I am so glad that you guys are here right now and that nobody has seen anything. Hey, so it's just me for a second here because Sean's eating, which is understandable. I would love to eat. And then I left the room to eat, in fact, and then I totally didn't. So this is the Speakeasy. For those that don't know, this is our whatever show where we talk about whatever we feel like every week. Sometimes it's movies, sometimes it's TV, sometimes it's life, sometimes it's work. Who knows? We talk about all that good stuff, but we really open up the floor to everyone in the chat to help drive the conversation.
I love tacos.
Tacos are great.
I'll be right back.
Taco Friday. So happy Flickin' Friday, guys. One of the questions that I posed on Twitter was, what are you most looking forward to in 2023, movie-wise? I think Dune Part 2 comes out. Now we have a Barbie teaser trailer. There's an Ant-Man Quantumania kicking it off in February. A lot of cool stuff. William Harold wants a taco. Scout About says tacos are the best. I have to agree. However, I am a soft taco person. That might make me basic. But anyways, Robert Adams says, come to Texas. We will show you some tacos. If I wanted real tacos, I'd probably go a little farther south than Texas. But that's okay.
I would just like to point out that I am also a soft taco.
You are a soft taco, or you prefer soft tacos?
I'm a soft taco. Perfect. On the inside.
Sean, you're my favorite soft taco.
Hey, thank you. Hey. We just got we have a place locally. I think they're local. I don't know how widespread they're called Moss Taco Bar, and it's essentially like, it's a Korean Wagyu beef taco. It's a this kind of taco. It's like there's all these little, essentially street taco size, but all kinds of different sizes. And then I just helped out on an install because I worked for the cable guy. And on this new little hole in the wall place called West Coast Taco Bar. And he started his own company, like very small hole in the wall in a strip mall. It's the best tacos I've ever had. Like this dude, I guess, excuse me.
That's quite the claim. I assume you've had a few tacos.
I've had so many tacos. He owned like a fleet of taco trucks. And he's decided to start an actual, brick and mortar store instead of just being on trucks. And he's like, he nailed it. It's like family business, like so delicious. So if anyone ever comes to Sacramento, look at West Coast Tacos. West Coast Taco Bar, I think it was called. Very good. Delicious.
Chris Adams. Yes, sir. This is factually correct. Last time I checked, y'all are one sub away from 900.
We're one away.
By the way, we got 9 people watching right now. If you guys all just shared this link and like the thumbnail and stuff, and like, hey, please subscribe to like my friend's channel or a channel that you like, we'd hit it. It would be so cool if we could just hit that tonight, and then we'd only be 100 subscribers away from 1,000. We're gonna keep doing that, and when we hit 1,000, we'll be like, and we're just 1,000 away from 2,000, which we're so close. We're so close to our goal of 20,000 subscribers.
The goalpost just keeps getting pushed down the road. We're just like, when do we get to the finish line? We'll never know. It's never enough. It has been such a roller coaster of growth for us this year, since Comic-Con. Essentially, we like skyrocketed and then like plateaued and then all of a sudden like took off again. And I would just like to say to everyone here who's currently in the chat, like, thank you for always hanging out. Like, that's what it's about. The subscriber numbers are great, and we want to get to 1,000 just because I think it opens up like a lot more tools.
Yeah,
so that'd be really great if you share it with people, put it on Twitter, just retweet our links and stuff, and that'd be great. But we can do more once we hit 1,000. I think there's more visibility. But honestly, it's the people in the chat, like week in, week out, that we can interact with and hang out with and have fun with, and that's such a great time.
So can I tell you what warmed my heart? Actually, was in the previous stream.
I'm gonna eat chicken strips.
Oh, perfect. Derpy was in the chat. And he's like, "I'm just waiting for Speakeasy." I was like, honestly, I love that.
Well, that was Scout. That was Scout.
Was that Scout? That was. I'm so sorry.
Derpy was there because everyone else was sitting on Avatar.
Oh, we weren't.
We weren't. We it's positive and negative. There were a couple negatives, but mostly positive.
We were just being. I think we were being real, but largely positive. Robert, thank you so much. He says you all are good people. You deserve it.
Thank you, Robert. I met Robert and Chris a year ago this week, actually, or last week rather, at Spectacular. Shout out to Smowdown, no longer around. I really wanted to film something for the FCL because we were definitely going to be if the FCL happened again, we were going to be on a collision course to play in teams. I guarantee it, because I really wanted to play teams last year, and I know he and Chris were going to play, and I wanted to film something like making fun of their tackle, because they have the infamous tackles on screen. I thought that'd be really funny to do, but we never did it. Missed opportunities.
I don't know what this means, but I missed a great transition opportunity earlier when we were talking about our limitless positivity that we have on this channel. And speaking of limitless positivity, I want to bring on our special guest tonight. And by special guest, I do mean fellow cast member of Flick and Reel, but Chris Anthony Lopez here.
Did I get demoted? Like, is there something I just don't know about?
Well, we don't at work, we don't call it getting fired, because I work at a credit union, and our customers are called our members, right? So if you ever do anything that is an illegal practice, they always say they will promote you to member.
Yep, we get promoted to customers.
Exactly.
Fantastic. Well, hi guys.
Hi Chris, what's up, buddy?
Yo, Scout gave me the ellipses in the chat after my name. Yo,
I'm not looking at chat.
I got the hey Chris.
Oh, is that what ellipses is? I thought ellipses was when you watch a lot of flashing lights and you have a seizure.
Epilepsy?
Nope.
Oh, right.
That's a different thing.
It's actually
chewing it.
The more you know.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
We're totally gonna get flagged for that.
I'm just going to use this as a moment to remind myself, if I'm watching this back later, hey, go ahead and go back and cut the first 5 minutes off this video. Perfect.
Yeah, because we're gonna get flagged. Oh, I always use the okay, good. See, like my mom does that to me. Like every time I talk to my mom, she'll hit me with 1,000 periods. I'm like, stop. See, like I interpret an ellipses like you're pissed off, or like you're mad at me.
Right.
So like you can't do that with me, Scout.
Because it's a pause, right? And
right.
Yeah. It was a weird sentence to run in on. Hey, I want to shout out Legoland because she just posted a video about the male gaze that was fascinating. I forget if it's 20 minutes long, 15 minutes long, something like that. But I started it and I just listened to the whole thing. I say listen because I was playing it on YouTube, but I was doing other things. But I listened to the whole video. Awesome stuff. Check that video out. The more you know. I'm not gonna hit the video again, but
I'm gonna have to go. Is it the male gaze? I'm gonna have to go check out their channel. See, I am very, very I like think pieces like that. I'm assuming it's like a video essay almost.
Yeah, they
I often think about the male gaze as well. It's mostly when my wife's friends come over, but we have a good time. It's a good time.
It's a good time at the Wingblade house all the time.
It's always a party.
Well, they went above and beyond, and I think we had a conversation in the chat, and I was like, I learned more in this video than a whole semester of behavioral psychology in sophomore year, and they were concerned for me, but that's all right.
Right.
But before we continue, Scout, no hard feelings, dog. It's all right.
Oh, I'm
No.
always doing. I didn't know that was the ellipses. I was just ... I use that all the time when I'm trying to make a dramatic pause. I'm with you. I'm with you. You got 40 minutes.
I'm just. I don't know. Like, if I put, just know for future reference, anyone in the chat or Jesse, Sean, if I put an ellipses after something, I'm pissed. I am
me scrolling back through all of our past messages.
Like, I am upset. Who I'm upset at? Who am I upset with? Why? See, like, now I'm gonna start getting ellipsed all over the place on the internet before Twitter burns down. But
Chris, do you love tacos?
Very much.
Hard or soft, Chris? Hard or soft?
Are we still talking about tacos?
I was just trying to find something I could cut out and clip and just do like the Scooby-Doo 2. You're gonna make it look like I think Coolsville sucks.
Guys, we need one of our shorts to go viral. That's what we need. Okay, we need to say some controversial shit.
Yeah.
That's what the internet's about. It's about posting other people's interviews and saying controversial shit.
I'm glad
that's how you go viral.
Just make sure to make eye contact with the camera whenever you're doing these things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god! So we're just being explicit now. We just don't care. So hard or soft?
We have a comment from our 900th subscriber. Everybody.
Woo!
What's up, Chris? We're gonna make you a placard.
Adams.
It's gonna be a digital NFT, and it'll look like a monkey holding a cigarette. And I don't know. I don't know where it's going for that.
But in regards to tacos, soft all the time.
We're just three soft boys.
Very soft boys.
We're three super soft boys.
Who out here prefers? I mean, I'm Latino, so I have to say soft tacos, whether I believe it or not.
My
hard
wife
shells.
Be liking it hard. The hard tacos.
Jesse,
Christopher.
I'm gonna tell Lauren and we're gonna have a problem. You know.
Do you guys have gym boys?
What'd you call me?
Gym boys.
No. Does that just mean the...
It's a taco. It's a Mexican restaurant. I think they're local, like Northern California.
Is it like Taco Bell?
I was gonna say Allison's a bit of a gym boy. She goes to the gym like every
day. Good on you, Jesse.
Allison kills it. You go follow Allison on Instagram and
just don't follow her into an alley because she'll probably kick your ass.
She'll kick your ass. Yeah. No.
Or don't ask her about James Cameron.
Jesus Christ! Don't do that.
She was going to be on our review tonight, and she got tired because we waited way too long. We're sorry. I worked an hour overtime today.
Okay. For what Robert said, though, this is the only acceptable way to consume a hard taco is if it is inside a soft taco.
Yes.
Double decker. Let's go.
As long as I have something to hold my taco, because the crunchy tacos, it's like just have a taco salad. What's the point?
If you don't eat a Taco Bell taco within approximately 3.5 minutes of it being created, it will immediately fall out at the bottom. That shell just disintegrates.
All Taco Bell usually ends up falling out your bottom by the end of it.
There you go.
You have 3.5 minutes. You live your
today. That's what this is like. Hey, I just thought this was a perfect opportunity to announce that Jesse has to do a quick errand run really down the street. Chris, you're my fill-in. Love you, buddy.
Excuse me?
You
gotta go right now?
Yeah, right now, because
it's 9:16 Pacific time.
Somebody needs popcorn. I gotta go do a popcorn run. But I'll be right back. Right. You guys feel free to talk all the crap and garbage about me. In the meantime, I will be watching this on replay and clipping some stuff out probably. Taco Bell slander will no stand.
No, I'm not slandering Taco Bell.
No, it will not stand because they don't usually sell Taco Bell at stands. Taco stands have street tacos.
No, that one missed. You forced that one.
Did miss. I did. It's a great time to leave.
You were 2 for 2. You had it. Sean, dog.
You know what?
Y'all were talking about Avatar.
We just did our full spoiler review. And by full, we mean we jumped all over the place.
Did you like it?
I loved it. We didn't actually get to the Avatar.
Y'all didn't review the movie. Y'all just talked about.
It took 20 minutes to get to the actual review, but it's okay because it was almost an hour long. So we had plenty of Avatar 2 in there. I'll tell you what I had today for the first time, just to stick on the food topic. I had shawarma today for the first time. It was
no shit. Weird.
I never had it before. I've had a hero. It was a hero and shawarma place, like a Greek and what is shawarma? Is it like Mediterranean?
I
The
believe
shawarma?
so. You're asking the wrong guy. I've never had shawarma. One of these days.
It's
I just it's to me it's like the Avengers food. To a lot of people, it's probably the Avengers food.
I mean, it's essentially like pitas and also like wraps and like it's basically it's a burrito with different flavors in it, and you can put anything
That's
in
rad.
in
I
a
like that.
tortilla and wrap it up. It was pretty damn good.
I could rock with that. I bet is that Jack in the Box? Dog. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Well, that's why I love Jack in the Box tacos. That's why I was talking about tacos earlier. And they do a hard shell that gets soft because the meat like moisturizes it down. If you haven't had one recently.
Jack in the Box is the joint that has you can get like egg rolls, pancakes. Like it's so ridiculous.
Can you
like
do pancakes? You might be able to do pancakes. I don't know. You can't at McDonald's for sure. I know you
I
get
want to
pancakes
say
at
when I lived in Oklahoma, there's Jack in the Box in
That's funny.
Oklahoma. It's like, but yes.
Shawarma's good. It's I think that at least the place I went to, they had a lot of spicy food. Like it's like kind of like curry type of like a Middle Eastern. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, to be honest. I'm not very wordly. I don't know. Go get food. Where are you at? It's 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
I'm eating dinner right now. I don't know.
Go get Taco Bell, Scout. Shawarma, yes. Middle Eastern word. Yeah, like Jack in the Box. We're talking about Jack in the Box. Jack in the Box. Because I went to Jack in the Box for the first time, just out of curiosity, just to see what's there. And I shit you not, like on the menu, it's like, oh, you want mini pancakes? You want egg rolls? You want cheese fries? Like, what? Where am I?
Heaven. Heaven.
Dog, but nothing will beat Whataburger to me. Like I miss it so much. If I could take one thing from the Midwest, like the Midwest proper, and bring it to Chicago, it's Whataburger.
Have I had Whataburger? I don't know if I had.
The W is like when I went to California last year. You were talking about Spectacular. That was my first time having In-N-Out.
Okay.
Whataburger trumps In-N-Out, and it's not close. And it ain't close.
Okay, so I met up with Jeff and his wife Paulina, and we went to In-N-Out on the way from the airport. We met up at the airport on the way back to our hotel room for Spectacular last year. We went to In-N-Out. I think it was their first time ever having In-N-Out. And he got some random, like basically like a grilled cheese with like one slice of meat. Like it was very minimalist. It was not an In-N-Out burger, in my opinion. And he's like, yeah, it's fine. I'm like, you took everything off of it. You got to get it all. He's like, no spread, no nothing. I'm like, well, that's
you gotta get
it's just normal bread.
Right, you gotta get the thing. When you go to a joint for the first time, you gotta get their signature thing and like take it as is.
I go any new restaurant I go to, anywhere. If you have a Philly cheesesteak on your menu, that is what I'm ordering, and that is how I'm judging you. And if it's no good, I'm not coming back.
Wow,
when I go,
cheesesteak?
I love Philly cheesesteaks. I love Philly cheesesteaks everywhere I go. And now, if I go to a restaurant more than once, I always like to order something new off the menu. I like to try a little bit of everything.
Sure.
Pretty much, I love every food, but anchovies. I hate anchovies, but I'll order anything off the menu just to try new things. So like anytime, like even something basic like Taco Bell, where it's like, oh, here's the new box. My wife's like, oh, what should I get you? I'm like, whatever the new thing is, like whatever the promo deal is. Any restaurant you go to, if it's
whatever the gimmick is.
Yeah, if it's a fast food place, I just say whatever. Yeah, exactly. Whatever the gimmick is, whatever the promo deal, whatever's on the picture, that's what I want.
Whenever is plastered on the window, just give me that. Yeah. Like, oh, it has a green patty on it. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Sure, let's do that. Beyond Meat. All right.
Yeah, Beyond. Yo, that's something one day I will try. Beyond Meat. Jack in the Box of stoner food, 1000%. That's why Sean is a complete and utter stoner.
Super. Even though I've never done the pot, and that's how people refer to it, right? That's
100%.
The pot.
All the cool kids refer to it as the pot. Whataburger is Texas. Whataburger is Texas. There was a ton in Oklahoma. No, I shouldn't say a ton. There were a few in Oklahoma that I frequented when I was over there. And did y'all know Whataburger is the only fast food place that starts with a W? No.
Nope.
That's not true.
Not at all. There is another burger place, and I've been trying to remember the name.
White Castle.
Well, White Castle's. There's another one. They're in Tahoe and Reno. They're in the food court. They're at the local casino. They're in the food court, and it's a burger place too. And I'm trying to. I can't remember the name. I'm fucking brain dead.
Speaking of W's, when I went on my little road trip last week. And Wendy's. Thank you, Scout. How did I forget Wendy's? The best fast food.
Chris is like, well, fuck me. Okay, you know.
I forgot, and they did expand out of
No,
Texas.
no,
You're
the other
correct.
Chris.
Oh, other Chris. Yeah, I'm not trying to.
He's like,
I'm not trying to dunk on you, Chris Adams. Robert Adams. They did expand out of Texas. You are correct. Wendy's nuts. Chris, you read my man. You read my brain. What were we talking about?
Wahlburgers.
I have not had Wahlburgers. I cannot comment.
I've never had Wahlburgers either.
But what's it called? I was talking about this with one of my roommates. Like, I think Wendy's nut. Wendy's is that's like top tier to me. It's like top tier fast food. I know quality, at least compared to like the W, Whataburger, In-N-Out,
Right.
Shake Shack, whatever. It may not be the best quality, but damn, I love Wendy's so much.
You know what? I think Chris put that in the chat just so we would say Wendy's, and then he was just waiting for someone to say this.
Oh, you trapped me. And the crazy part is, we didn't even say it. Scott had to say it in the chat.
Scout, I want to go to Philly one day, for real, and get an actual Philly cheesesteak. That's like a life goal. What do you want to do? I just want to go to Philadelphia and get a Philly cheesesteak from
Philadelphia.
Geno's or Dino's or Pino's or whatever Gino is. It Geno's Phillies, I think.
I have no idea.
My corporate headquarters in Philly. Let me get a plane ride, bro.
There you go.
They won't send me there. They don't want me at corporate.
No, don't say that. Don't under. See, this is totally off topic. So on StreamYard, I probably shouldn't be asking you this now, Sean. There's the recording guy, and it has a little number next to it. If I hit it, will it do something?
I
keep looking at it. I'm scared if I touch it. I'm scared. I'm not gonna touch it. But for those wondering what I'm munching on, I promise, guys, we'll actually talk about something of substance in a minute.
No, it's just a tab. It records. So StreamYard is cool. It might be because we pay for the higher version so we can get 1080p video.
Damn, there you go, flexing on everybody.
It costs us money. We ain't making them. Anyway, we have a Streamlabs down below if anyone wants to donate. But it does beta recordings now of each camera feed.
Oh,
so instead of just taking the show that broadcasts to YouTube, it records each individual camera feed as soon as it hits the screen. And so if you record and then you edit later, it actually works a lot better for editors, I think.
Cool.
And that way
you're 900 subscriber money.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, great question, Scout. That's a hell of a question.
Mm-hmm.
When's the last concert y'all gone to? Or y'all not concert goers?
I'll meet you there, Billy.
Excuse me? I'm a big festival goer, Scout.
Mm-hmm.
The last concert I went to, it was Michael Bublé. It was a few months ago. Yeah,
Ooh.
went to go see
Chris
Michael
music?
Bublé.
No.
No,
Is that him? Ain't that a kick? Is that him? Or that's Dean Martin or something, right?
same genre, I guess.
Yeah, like the very same.
He
Very,
did,
very
he did a string of songs that were just covers because that's what the people want.
Hey,
No Christmas songs.
He has
are
a
done.
fantastic voice.
Incredible, and he was great live. It was so much fun. It was a great, fun show. Shout out to my job for hooking me up with those tickets.
Hey.
But I'm a
for a
big
radio
festival
station.
goer. Yes, I do it for a radio
that's
station. Cool. I literally got the tickets 2 hours before the show started because we had extras, and I'm like, sure, I'll go.
Sure, why not?
But I'm a big festival goer. I went to Bonnaroo this year in Tennessee. I went to Lollapalooza in Chicago. I went to Moonman's Landing in Cleveland.
What?
I'm a globetrotter. If the globe was only the United States.
I've never been to a festival. I've only been to 2 concerts. My very first concert was in high school. I went to System of a Down. That was fun. I wasn't down on the floor. I was not mosh pitting. I was up in the stands. And being the big pothead that I am.
You look like a total mosh guy.
100%. I had my hair. Tonight will be the night that will fall for you. Super emo. I guess that's not really System's scene though. They're not an emo band. But I remember being up in the stands like, why does it smell so funny in here?
Why is it? Oh,
I'm not a pot.
It's like, yo, people just don't shower. That's what it is.
My second and only other concert was Linkin Park in San Jose with what's it? I just had the name on top of my head.
You got it.
You
got it. As I'm plugging in my charger to my laptop.
Who sings "Smack My Bitch Up"?
Excuse me?
That's a song. I think I've even asked you that before.
I think you have asked it.
I can't remember. Oh, I'm blanking on their name.
You got it.
Anyway, they opened up for Linkin Park. It was blast. I bought my buddy tickets for his birthday. He's a huge Linkin Park fan, so that was like a 3-hour drive. Fucking dude, to San Jose. Prodigy. Thank you, Robert. Yeah, Prodigy opened up. And that was the only. I think they sang like 2 or 3 songs. That was the only song I knew because it was on like the Tomb Raider soundtrack or something like that.
Nice.
And I think Charlie's Angels as well, if I remember right. But Linkin Park was a blast, and this was probably mid to late 2000s. It was like I want to say right after Transformers came out, because they had
a moment.
Yeah, they had the huge song on that soundtrack. And that was kind of like that was kind of like because they dwindled in the mid 2000s after hitting so big with the first 2 albums, and then that one like skyrocketed them back to like pop culture. But anyway, yeah, I haven't been to many concerts.
Yo,
I would like to.
Yeah, yo, we're out here smacking bitches up. That's crazy.
Yeah, I think it was right after What I've Done came out. I believe so. I want to say like
word.
2008 to 9-ish, like in that range.
That was my jam on what was it, Rock Band? I think that song was on Rock Band. But yeah, Scout, those are all music festivals. Just in case you didn't know, I'm a big music festival guy. Well, but
it was the name of the song, Lego. I'm sorry.
Come on, Sean.
Come at Prodigy for that one.
Haskell in the chat. What's going on, Haskell? Last concert I went to, I believe, was Metallica twice. 2017. Next concert, Mammoth. Wolfgang Van Halen. Yup. That's rad. Oh, you're going to both MetLife shows for Metallica. Good for you.
You know what I want to go to is I want to go see Hans Zimmer in concert, or like John Williams. I'm all about movie scores nowadays. Obviously, we're all so ingrained in like movies and pop culture type stuff. That's what I want to see now. I want to see a cinematic score concert. If any ever come to Northern California, I'm not trying to travel to LA to do it, but that's where I'm sure there's a lot at the Hollywood Bowl. I know there's a lot, but my favorite piece of anything to have on in the background when I'm like cleaning house, doing this, that, the other, whatever, is Hans Zimmer 2016 Live in Prague. It's a concert film. I first saw it on Netflix, and then Netflix dropped it, and I bought it on YouTube. It was well worth the $15, and I listened to that video over and over all the time. It's great.
I want to see, in the same vein of you, of what you just said, I want to see Danny Elfman do the Nightmare Before Christmas stuff. That's like another good one.
Like, he has such a wide berth of films.
Or even like, what's it called? I watched his Coachella set.
Mm-hmm.
He was like Coachella,
shirtless and jacked.
Shirtless, ripped. His hair is absolutely insane. He looks like a skeleton. But there's a point he was doing like Oingo Boingo, and then he played like the Spider-Man score. It was so cool.
In The Simpsons.
Yeah, in The Simpsons and Batman and all this cool shit. He was doing Nightmare Before Christmas stuff. It was so rad. I'm like, I love to see Danny Elfman at the show. If he went through his entire career running the gamut. Like I'll sit there and listen to Oingo Boingo. Hell yeah. Like just to be a part of that, but like what you said, John Williams is another great one. I bet that'd be epic. I know his last score is Indy 5, right?
Ooh.
I want to say I read that somewhere.
I think I remember, him saying he was going to retire. He's done for after that.
Because he did the Fablemans.
Yeah.
That's out now. And then he's doing Indy 5.
I loved it.
I was going to go see that tonight, but I'm like, wait, I already agreed to do Speakeasy.
I think it's streaming soon.
I want to see it in the theater.
It's I definitely worth. I thought it was in theaters, and then leaving, there was one theater in town. I had to drive 45 minutes to see it. And then the next week, it was in all of my local theaters. I'm like, what the fuck?
So
I
you
was like,
played yourself,
I was
dog.
like, I could have went and saw Violet. I went and saw Violet Night instead. But yeah, I thought it was interesting.
That's another one I gotta go see. I was gonna go see a movie tonight, but I didn't feel like leaving the crib. Plus, my back hurts. Dog, I'm 25 years old, and there's something legitimately wrong with my back. Like
I'm 35,
I'm in,
and you talking about your back hurting makes my back hurt.
like I'm the only reason why I'm sitting down for this on the floor, for the record, is because sitting in the chair is uncomfortable for me. So like I was not having a good time. I was getting ready. I'm like, I sat down and I'm like, my back is killing me, and I can't do this for God knows how long we're gonna be on this thing. So sitting on the floor at an angle is the best thing I can do right now. But I was gonna go take the train to go see a movie, go to Chicago to go see a movie. And nope, not a big fan of that. Oh, I've seen John Williams conduct the BSO. Jesse,
I've been here the whole time. Hey, did you guys see
Lego.
that?
I'm with you. Let's go. I want to go.
They're doing a Encanto at the Hollywood Bowl that they're going to put on Disney Plus
yeah,
with
they
Lin-Manuel and the whole
recorded it.
cast. Yeah,
Yeah,
That sounds cool.
that's cool because
the fact that they got the cast to do that, that's the best part of all that.
That's really cool.
Pressure
the
like a
cast of the
drip,
movie
drip,
doing it.
drip that'll never stop. Whoa.
Oh, by the way, me and like Jess Darrow were like homies. I don't know if you guys knew that. She liked one of my
Shut
tweets.
up.
She
Yeah,
liked your
commented
tweet. She
back,
retweeted it,
yeah.
commented. We're like,
And then the director of Encanto like retweeted my tweet. Like I'm just saying, like I'm kind of a big deal.
Yo, if that's the case, like Sean, who's your most famous friend? You ever get someone to like your stuff and you're like, oh my god,
Yeah, right here.
was it the Jesse Swift? Because funny enough, I was going through my notes on my phone, see how far back I have notes for, and I have a note with a picture in it. It was when Screen Junkies was like the shit on YouTube before it blew up, and by blow up I mean like it went to shit.
Aren't they? Do they still have like 2 million subscribers?
But they like
Do
that.
they? I don't know. I
I'm
haven't been
talking
there
like
with it.
when, because they only do honest trailers now.
Okay.
This was when like Hal Rudnick did like the weekly show, and I was so and like, but long story short, Nick Mundy was a guy that was on all that stuff all the time.
I remember always wearing the Houston hat.
Yes,
He always had the Houston Star on his head.
and he did a thing with Chris Jericho. And Chris Jericho retweeted my tweet, and I thought I was the coolest man on the face of the earth. Because I'm like the Y2J Chris Jericho.
Two people followed me randomly, who I did not follow, so I don't know why they followed me. Tito Ortiz, the MMA fighter. Tito Ortiz followed me on Twitter randomly one day. I'm like, all right. And Michael Rappaport. The comedian. I don't know if it was the Michael Rappaport podcast. I don't. It was his podcast, not him. I think or something like that. But I had never interacted with either of their like tweets. Like I didn't like any of their stuff, retweeted nothing. Like they just randomly followed me. Like they'd probably just went through the who to follow list and just started like hitting follow. Just my guess.
John Cena follows me on Twitter. So like, I'm legit. I'm legit as fuck.
I would never know. I'm assuming he follows me too.
Avatar 2 is projected to hit this weekend. Yo, am I no, I'm not gonna bring up this conversation. I'm not gonna say
what.
Because the flickin' group chat has already seen
imploded.
A lot of Avatar conversation.
Yeah.
And I don't want to contribute to this.
Well, listen, what I will say is I think I'm gonna go under. And I'm going to base that off of, like, I'm sure it's going to be big. The first one only opened to about 95 and just had legs.
Yes.
And I think between the, like, middling reception over time of the original and just that this is a movie that I think will go off of word of mouth once again, I think it'll probably open higher than the original, but I think it'll be under 175 is my prediction. We shall see.
I second that notion. But what again? It's gonna have no competition at the movies until what? Ant-Man in February.
That's why the biggest thing is going to be the week-to-week drop-off. And if it continues to have a small week-to-week drop-off, it's going to make gangbusters.
Like it's Avatar will be fine. Like I ain't worried about no damn Avatar. And by the way, I saw the comments earlier about my back. Thank you. I will get it checked out. Legit. Like I am messed up, and I don't know what happened. I can't tell you what happened. Jesse, my back hurts.
Haskell says 38 million. That's domestic, right? Oh, that 175 would be domestic too, huh? Is that what they're trying to say?
I think is 175 domestic. It'll open lower than 175 domestic. It's gonna crush overseas.
Yeah.
Oh, I think
China is gonna eat this up.
Why are you
I thought that the 95 I thought was like worldwide opening, but maybe I'm wrong.
It'll have legs, just not as much as the first one did. Oh, not as much as the first one did.
She wants French fries. Should I feed her?
Yes.
She's
Chris is
whining.
saying
Not my
not
dog,
as
my
much as the first. It won't get anywhere close to first. Okay, so I think
Your
this
breath
movie is going
kicking.
to get less than
Okay,
1.5 billion at the end of the day, which is nuts. By the way, 1.5 billion dollars like nuts. But when you're dealing with almost an extra billion on top of that for the original one, yeah, it's going to be significantly less, but it's going to make its money back hand over fist, despite being a very expensive movie. I need to share this with our chat really quick because I've had this on my errands. I've never seen it before, and guys, it's so good. Look, Twix cookie dough. I'm already a Twix simp. Every time there's a new Twix, whether it's cookies and cream or peanut butter or salted caramel, you know your boy's gonna get some Twix.
Jesse loves the gimmick Twix.
That's Jason fucking Bourne.
That's Jason Bourne.
I thought that was funnier than it really was, for the record. It's crazy how I'm not gonna go see Avatar until the new year. Like I do not give a shit about Avatar 2. I cannot. I wish I could care more about this movie, but I can't. I'm trying to muster up the courage to go see it, but no.
Guess what? I went because I have AMC A-list and a theatrical obligation, and I feel quite differently coming out of that movie than I expected to going into it.
Yo, but James Cameron's so overrated and talentless. Like I can't like.
I have a hard time saying he's talentless. Overrated, yes, maybe. I also think he's a huge douchebag.
Have you heard him talk about this movie? And talk like him
time
talking about
he
his
opens
movies
his
is
mouth,
so narcissistic.
It's some egotistical bullshit. Yeah, no, I'm not the biggest Cameron fan, but I'll call.
By the
way,
way, when I just said about
like
James Cameron, I don't mean those. I don't mean that. I'm fucking around. I'm busting Allison's balls. She's not even here. But no, like I'm gonna see it. It's gonna be one of those like OMG, you gotta see it in the movies, and I'm gonna go, and maybe I'll go sooner just to see it in 3D, so I can ensure I see it the way it was intended to be seen.
I didn't see it in 3D.
Oh no, you didn't.
I saw it in Dolby.
But
I still got a beautiful clear image, and I still got 48 frames a second, which is
I love
a weird
Dolby
experience.
Cinema, dog. I love it.
Dolby
I saw Black
always.
Adam like that.
The 48 frames per second takes a minute to get used to. Like it legit. There was
by a minute, he means an hour, probably.
I mean some time. I think even Roxy said this too on her review. She had to like take the glasses off for like 10 minutes because it was like hurting her head. Like it takes some getting used to. And there was a moment where I had to keep kind of doing this a little bit, like just kind of like looking elsewhere, just not straight at the screen.
Because
if you turn your head to the side and look at it, everything goes blurry because the 3D doesn't line up with the glasses or whatever. So you have to keep this straight eye contact with the screen for it to look, and it looks beautiful. It's just physically exhausting.
I have a question for you, Sean, that you can answer for me, I think. So I've never done 40. 40X is also 3D, isn't it? Usually?
You can do 40X for a regular movie. It just it depends on the movie for 3D.
Okay. I don't know if my showing next week is 3D or not. It's my first 40X screening. My buddy loves 40X. Oh my gosh. What happened?
Excuse me?
I think she's getting chased by a cat.
I went to go see Black Panther in 3D by accident. That was just that I got.
Oopsie.
I got to the theater for my Black Panther screening and they handed me glasses. I said, "Are you kidding me?" And I
This is
already
not what I
committed.
signed up for.
Right, I'm like, "All right, I'm already here. It was a
Okay.
trek to the cinema. I wasn't gonna leave,
Mhm.
and it was opening weekend, so all the auditoriums were sold out. And I'm like, all right, whatever, fine.
Curtis, that's 5DX. I don't
Yo,
think 4DX
that's
is
crazy.
not the one where they spray water at you or mist you.
Did you guys see
or
Cinemark's new gimmick?
I
The-
only
the
go to
cups.
Cinemark. What?
Well,
Is
no,
it
I
the
mean the
cups
screen,
thing?
the screen gimmick they
Oh.
have now.
No,
So Cinemark now has in very select theaters, one of them being near me, so I might check it out just to see what the deal is. Maybe I'll do a theatrical experience review. It's called Screen X, right?
Oh,
You're-
it's the
Yeah.
the side screens. I think the first time they really did that was Top Gun Maverick. I think that's where they super utilized it.
Top Gun. That's
Yeah,
a
I
movie.
could be wrong. I could be wrong.
That's a
You're
fucking-
correct. It is, in fact.
It is a film.
Top Gun. Top Gun is.
I think the
when,
way
when we do the flickin' five, when we do our
I was
top
about to
five,
say, it should be called our Flickin' Five, huh?
when we do our flickin' five, just be
I-
prepared for me to talk about Top Gun.
I agree on T2.
T2 is one of the best movies I've ever seen. Period.
Absolutely. I agree.
I like Aliens quite a bit. I prefer Alien in that franchise. T2 is the best Cameron movie and Terminator movie. I said what I said.
Yeah.
I can see that happening. 3D is tough. My wife, when we're driving,
Oh, yeah.
she can't look at her phone. Like she'll like try to
Good.
watch like TikTok or something.
That's a good problem to have.
If
Don't look
I'm
at your
driving, if I'm driving and she's in the passenger seat, she can't read something. She can't like watch TikTok on her phone while we're on like an hour-long road trip or something. It'll hurt her head. She'll get not like physically nauseous. Why are you barking at me? I'm not giving you more French fries. Go away. Sorry.
Before Black Panther, the last movie I saw in 3D was The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I left with a headache for multiple reasons. But that experience turned me off of 3D for what was that? 8 years. And
Hi, Joey.
Motorola, that's a great name. But yo, Top Gun Maverick. And again, when we do our Flickin' Five, I'll talk about Top Gun. But I was moved because like that. Oh my god, that movie's so
Speak
hot.
about it. Preach, brother.
No, I'll wait till the Flickin' Five. But I
have to
love
comment. I have to comment on Scout. Scout says I'm partial to Terminator 3. Listen, so my wife had never seen any of the Terminator movies. So this is how it went. We watched 1, 2, quick binge, right? We got to 3. We got halfway through it, and I was like, I cannot finish watching this movie. I had seen it before, but it felt to me like I've seen all of them. 3, at least right now, I think is the worst Terminator film because the acting and the way that any of the like person-to-person scenes are shot feels like a soap opera. Everything about it feels like a soap opera, except for all of a sudden there'll be an action scene. You're okay, it's a Terminator movie again, and then back to the soap opera.
Genesis?
Yes, I watched Genesis in theaters.
No,
it's
terrible.
Can we talk about how underrated Dark Fate is?
We can talk about how underrated.
Love Dark Fate, and I enjoy Salvation. I'm a Salvation defender. I liked it just fine. I think the haters were haters because everyone was hating on Sam Worthington.
But
Me.
I'm the hater.
It's
Hi,
me.
I'm the problem.
Hi, I'm the problem. It's me.
It's Jesse. So first of all, T3 came out in 2003, and the Marco Beltrami score is pretty damn good. But also, Christiana Loken for 15-year-old Sean was right on money. She was very good looking, and she was a crush.
She was on the
definitely through
money,
high
and
school.
John Connor was on the drugs.
Yeah.
Oh,
He was. He definitely was.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I liked Bryce Dallas Howard better as his wife.
His wife.
His wife. I was gonna say Sarah Connor. No, that's his mom. I can't remember.
Brewster.
What his wife?
Catherine Brewster.
Cat. Yeah. There you go. You nailed it.
I like
yeah.
Bryce Dallas Howard better. Period.
I agree with that. Yeah, Claire Danes is I don't know.
Lauren recently introduced me. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead. I'll let you
I was just gonna say I didn't watch. What was that show she was in? Why are you barking at me? Jesus.
Bryce Dallas Howard or your child crush?
His wife.
His wife.
Claire Danes. I was talking about her with that
Claire
show she had
Danes.
on Showtime. Anyway, continue.
Claire Danes, who is in Stardust, which it seems like half of our channel has not seen.
Watch along with Chris coming soon.
Bring it on. Bring it on. Okay, so you guys are on
Holy
TikTok. Or
shit!
no-
Scott
no
has
show.
2 in the bottom 2 for his Terminator.
Scott just keeps saying spamming 900 subs, and I'm not mad at it. Thank you, Scott.
Just keep adding more exclamation marks.
thank you
Let
for
us know when
reminding
we're
us.
let us know when we're at 901.
Do
Right.
900 subs with an ellipses to piss me off. But
It's like,
But
is it actually 900 subs?
But it came like 11 years later, so you had time.
Our
in between.
900 subs? Yeah, I know. It took 11 years. It's ridiculous.
That too.
Sorry, go ahead.
No,
Dark Fate.
Yeah, Dark Fate.
So much fun at the movies.
Lego says, "Oh, Stardust is kind of a forgotten movie." Yeah, people either didn't see it or saw it and forgot about it. And I implore you, please revisit it because I will maintain that it is the modern day Princess Bride. It just didn't get the same following. Now, what I was going to say is, for those of you that are on TikTok, do you guys know the Yams song and the whole Yams trend that's going? Chris knows.
Sweet yams.
Chris knows.
Show me the way. Go ahead.
Yeah. So Lauren introduced me to that whole trend that's going on about people appreciating the bodices and voluptuous booties of women, and it's all Bryce Dallas Howard.
Bryce Dallas Howard is a beautiful.
she's the whole
woman.
trend.
But I mean, it's not the whole
She's
trend.
stunning. She always
They had
has
to-
been.
Didn't they have to edit out like some of her
This
hips out
is
of
the point I was getting
Jura-
to.
Okay,
So like,
good.
there's like the Jurassic. I think it's the first Jurassic World poster, the
Was
one
it?
where she's
Okay.
like looking through the glass. They chopped her butt off. Just went.
Oh,
We
What is
were
it like?
robbed.
They
Oh.
robbed.
Hello.
Uh oh.
hello, girls.
Speak of Bryce Dallas
Speaking
Howard,
of
and she will
yams,
appear.
Hello.
All right.
By the way, Jonathan Carl, I did see your comment earlier. I have not seen the Barbie teaser yet.
What?
Or else I've seen pictures. I saw the poster.
Sean, your video didn't get taken down, right? So we can just play it live on the show now.
Here, let me
John,
just-
it is a rare hello from you if you're still in the chat. Yeah, I did his reaction earlier. You guys watch it.
Here, this is what I'll do. We'll keep this conversation going. I will watch the Barbie teaser on my phone with headphones,
It's
Hey.
just a
And-
teaser. It's cute. It's fun.
so I can react and y'all can see my face while I do it. But
I
we'll
love
still
seeing your
talk
face
about
while you do it.
yams.
Sweet yams.
Can I get to the yams? Sweet. The remix for that came out tonight
Okay.
with Uncle Charlie Wilson. For all my folks that know,
I don't explain.
do you not know who Charlie Wilson is?
No.
No, Uncle Charlie. We'll have to do that. We'll have to fucking watch some Uncle Charlie. Hold on, I'm watching Barbie.
Okay. You watch. We're gonna watch you watching Barbie.
Yes,
That's content.
that's what I'm talking about.
I'm trying to pull up
That's-
the live chat so that I can kick out the hater scammers when they come in
What is
because I keep forgetting.
what?
It's 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yeah, it is definitely. It's
What?
Okay, this is actually entertaining. We should. Just
Oh
play
my god! Oh my god! She's
can imagine
beautiful.
I just can't imagine the amount of people that are probably fantasizing about a 60-foot tall Margot Robbie walking around. Have you guys seen?
Are you kidding me?
Have you seen Dude, Where's My Car and the way it ends?
With like that tall alien
Yeah, there's
lady.
a giant alien lady, and it's like, I want to ride that one, Daddy. Me too, son.
This is incredible.
I remember now. I need to learn the Simu dance. It's like
Yeah.
Oh my
Isn't that just-
god!
Isn't that just the Beyonce dance?
yeah. Of course, yeah, it is.
yeah.
You're right.
This is fucking amazing.
Fire, right?
It's crazy how this is gonna outgross Oppenheimer by like
Yo,
200 million.
opening
Oh,
weekend. Yeah, I'm going to see Barbie first.
Oh, 100%.
Sorry,
For the record,
for sure.
in July,
Nolan.
Flick and Reel will have a Barbie review done before Oppenheimer. We even talk about it.
We will have our Barbie review out before we even see Oppenheimer. Absolutely.
Yes. We're
Also,
gonna go
there might
live off on the movie theater that we're at to talk about
Yes,
Barbie.
all of
be-
us.
This should excite some people that are fairly new to the channel. A Barbie review might get my wife on the channel.
Boom.
Get her. Let's
Call
go.
it now.
Mike, I saw it in front of IMAX, so I think it was exclusive because it hasn't hit the internet yet. So
It was definitely a theatrical exclusive, but I got the full like 2.5-minute trailer as well in front of Dolby.
yeah,
So I don't think it's
Robert,
IMAX exclusive.
Robert, that's a very fun fact about Barbie. That honestly makes a lot of sense with the vibe of the trailer, at least the beginning of it, and then it being fucking awesome. Barbie's
Scout,
2020's Lego movie.
look
Yes,
right above Jesse's head. That's why we have them up there. They're also in the description down below. If you,
It's funny.
if you
We were
want
just
all of
making
our
a comment
Twitters,
about how useless the overlays are because nobody follows us on Twitter.
I 100% did.
We just talked about it.
He's like, wait, we need an overlay for the avatar. I was like, we really don't. It's not like we're getting much followers on Twitter. I don't give a shit anymore.
Yo, so did both of y'all get Barbie in front of
No.
Avatar?
I didn't see it till today.
Apparently.
I did when I did the reaction.
Well, here's
Chrissy,
the
you
thing.
saw it?
Yeah, I did, but it also the bootleg copy was on TikTok, and I think Lauren had already watched it like 15 times before we went to the movie.
I need to see that on the big screen. I cannot wait for Barbie. Barbie, when we do our Flick and 5 most anticipated, no, spoiler alert, Barbie will crack my top.
Oh, I can't wait to do it. Most anticipated. I already know-
Underappreciated and shafted by the Oscars. Is that what you mean, Mike?
Yeah,
That's
right.
yeah, 100%.
I think I know Chris is number one for next year.
Oh, dude, yeah.
You'll appreciate this too. So when the teaser for Indiana Jones came out, right?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's a cool trailer, but like it's a cool trailer.
Oh,
When I saw it on the big screen, I cried.
yeah,
Like, I felt it. I felt
Welcome.
it big time in the Dolby.
Welcome to the club, baby.
Wow.
I
happy
didn't
for
see
you.
it. They didn't give
Sean,
it.
what the hell did you get? Did you
Yeah,
get the
it
Megan
sounds like you
trailer
got 20
finally?
minutes of the Megan trailer.
We
He got the first half hour of the Megan movie.
there was a featurette which I missed because I was still staying in line for fucking popcorn. It took them forever.
That's oh my god.
I walked in during
Never,
the Oppenheimer.
you'll never
As
see it.
soon as the Oppenheimer trailer started, I walked in. So I was standing there eating a hot dog, watching it, just like right behind my seat because we were in the back row. We saw 3D Little Mermaid.
Oh,
I was singing along with that.
Oh, I didn't get a Little Mermaid trailer.
And then 3D Ant-Man. We only had like 5 trailers. Like I didn't have a bunch. I saw Ed comment earlier that there was like a ton of trailers. Yeah, we didn't get Super Mario. We got Guardians. We did get Guardians.
I'm very much looking forward to Super Mario.
We got Ant-Man.
Unpopular opinion.
It'll be
Sorry.
fun. I think it'll be fun.
We didn't get at 65 with Adam Driver, even though that one looks awesome. We didn't get that one.
I would love to see that in the theaters. The trailer.
Sean, to follow up on Robert's question in the chat, you got the teaser trailer that we got a few months ago, right?
I know something that I got that Sean didn't get for sure, and that is Nicole Kidman telling me about heartbreak feeling good in a place like this because
Definitely get that.
Sean doesn't get. Hey,
Bring back the.
I don't
original
have
shot of
AMC.
that.
I don't have AMC theater within about 3
2 hours.
from my house.
Or
At
3
least 3
hours.
hours. Ish. I think there's one in San Francisco. I think down in the Bay Area.
It's crazy that I won't go to it.
No, Robert, I saw something super special that you don't have. So Nana Boo Boos, take your head and doo doo. I'm just kidding. It was the same one. I didn't want to be rude. I'm sorry.
You got to see Prince Eric before everybody else did. That'd be crazy.
Do we know who's playing Prince Eric?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it was going to be Harry Styles, right? And then he was not.
Was it
Thank
really?
Christ.
Yeah.
Really?
Thank whatever
was
God you pray to. Thank them.
When the movie was first announced, it was
Food.
Harry, but that didn't last very long.
I thought it was rumored. He wasn't announced. It was heavily rumored that he would be Prince Eric.
'Cause I thought something popped up that he got replaced, like he was in, and then. Let's see.
Jake, what's going on, Jake, in the chat? What's going on with my hair? Dude, you tell me, dog. I don't know.
He's been doing it the whole time. He's just been like he's like twisting it. That's how he gets the curls. He just
I just
all
play
day.
with it. I'm trying to do my best Danny Elfman, just like middle part. You know, just do like one of those.
Oh, I apologize. He turned down the role. They offered it to him, and he said no.
God, that again, whatever God you pray to, or if you don't pray to one, thank your cat.
For
so I did
destroying my
not
computer
see.
today?
I didn't see Don't Worry, Darling.
Neither did
But I thought he was great at the end of Eternals in his very limited role.
He was
I
great
saw-
because he was playing off of CGI Patton Oswalt.
I did see Don't Worry, Darling.
Did anyone see My Policeman?
No.
I didn't see that either. I don't
I
think
don't
it's gotten
like
a lot
to
of
see
awards,
police
but I
movies.
heard
Harry
it
Styles was
was.
the best part of Eternals. And he was in that shit for 2 seconds.
Jesse's like, we're gonna
I'm
change
kidding.
the
I'm
description.
kidding. That implies that there's something good about Eternals.
You know what? All film is subjective except for Chris's opinions,
I'm kidding.
which do not reflect those views of Flick and Reel. And
The views of Chris Anthony Lopez do not reflect the entire views of Flick and Reel channel. I dunk on Eternals for Jesse and Jesse only, except when someone legitimately brings the movie up to me, then I will dunk on it.
I don't think Jesse's breathed in the last 2 minutes. He's like he's slowly exhaling until he passed out on camera.
And this is when was Eternals the best film in Phase 4? No, you're gonna do this video. Take this off the screen. No, take this shit off the screen. You're gonna do that video.
Jesse last week he was telling us all
It's
week
still
long.
going.
He's like
going.
guys, my manifesto is almost ready. He's like,
Yeah,
I just want you to know this is 5 pages long. I want you to know this is 5 pages long.
And then so guys, be prepared. In the near future, Jesse's gonna have his video about was Eternals the best movie of Phase 4, and then shortly after, I will go live on the channel and talk about why Eternals was the worst movie in Phase 4, and I will have bullet point. I'll have a whole presentation I'll play on the screen.
Did anyone
It's gonna
watch
be
this?
weird that
This
somehow
was Jesse's video. Please, everyone, go watch this because now I'm gonna dunk on it. I'm gonna tell you why it's so wrong.
My presentation will be counterpoints to literally everything Jesse said.
It's gonna be like movie fights, but they're just gonna post videos back and forth, and I'm gonna get home from work and be like, "What happened today?"
Chris is gonna go live for his, and for some mysterious reason, the mic isn't gonna be connected. And I swear I had nothing to do with it.
Yo, I'm just gonna be just talking, and chat's gonna be like, "Chris, we can't hear you," and I'm just
Actually, no. And then I'm gonna take your video like a smear campaign, mute it, dub over it.
I don't hate Eternals. I don't hate Eternals. For the record,
I do have a question though.
Send
Chris,
it,
in all
Scout.
honesty.
Send it.
And I'm not gonna make any point with this. Did you just see it the once?
what?
I said
Eternal?
I'm not gonna make a counterpoint here. I'm just asking.
Me?
Yeah. Did you just see it the once, or did you see it again? I
We're
don't
still talking
remember.
about Eternals?
Mhm.
Yeah, I only saw it the one time.
Okay, that's all. I'm just wondering.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Worth
Jake.
revisiting.
Someone should say that. None of us say it enough.
Jake,
the
I
like
also heard a comment about my massive forehead, and
He did.
Thank you. Why is he crying? Because he's got.
What was it?
Wait, I saw a new name. Who is that? Hello?
John?
That's Jonathan
Josh?
Caro.
Jonathan
who-
Caro.
Hello?
Oh, Josh.
Caro.
Yeah, Josh. I played in the Outland Nation Trivia League and beat his ass. Just kidding. I like Josh. Josh is a good guy.
Shout out to Josh.
Welcome. Hey, Josh, have you already subscribed to the channel? Do you want to be 901?
Josh, subscribe to the channel. I mean, he's here. He must know we're live.
What?
Thanks,
What?
Robert.
What is Commander Cody? Is that the 901st?
501st.
501st. Okay, so
The
we need to lose
501st
about
Legion.
400 subscribers.
Was the 501st an actual Legion in Star Wars, or was that the? I think that's just what the cosplayers called themselves. They call themselves the 501st. I could be way wrong, unless that is actually referenced.
I'm gonna
to the
vote for
group of
way wrong
stormtroopers.
because in Battlefront 2, you are the 501st.
Okay. So it was in reference then to the Clone War, the clones who actually started the Clone Wars with. I think they were behind Commander Cody and Obi-Wan on Utapau. They're the ones who tried to kill Obi-Wan, I believe. Yeah, you're right.
Utapau is probably one of my favorite planet names in Star Wars.
Right? It's so fun to say.
I always want to
He's one
say
of my
like
favorite directors too. I like Judd. I like Judd Apatow.
Judd Utapau.
I was like, what?
By the way,
okay.
all of that was a lie. Judd Apatow is all right.
Yeah, I watched his movie The Bubble. Terrible.
Yo,
The Bubble?
who was it? It wasn't Variety.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
one of those movie
Netflix
pundits. Can we talk about the pointlessness of making worst movies of the year lists?
Sure, that's a topic
Yes.
that's been covered
It's
today.
so I hate. I mean, I shouldn't say I hate because one of my favorite YouTubers does worst songs of the year, and the videos are always funny. But I legitimately cannot stand like, oh, worst movies, and like people take them seriously.
Yeah,
like,
no.
who gives a shit? Who cares? Like, at the end of the day, we're all gonna have different opinions. Some folks may like those movies that you mentioned in your thing, and it's always like the big movies that try to like, oh, here's Amsterdam. Like, here's like, you know, even though the movies may genuinely be bad, Variety. Thank you, Robert. That's where I got it from earlier. Because I saw it, and one of the people in the article wrote Bones and All, a movie I've not seen. But again, it was like the big, oh, it's the Chalamet.
Everybody I know who's seen it though liked that movie. Just saying.
It's like, what's the point of doing worst movies of the year? Can we just do like good stuff? Just do the best movies. Especially movies are so divisive as a medium. Like, people bitch about and they get in arguments about movies all the time. Shit, I've been in many of those arguments myself. And it's so pointless. It's so pointless. Just like what you like. If you don't like it, then leave it alone. Who cares?
Can I do a quick 2-point build off of what Chris is saying here?
Please.
For one thing, if you're making a top 10 list and you're really trying to like put it like, I mean, if you have your own personal list, yeah, whatever. But if you're trying to put it out there, I recommend that like you see at least 50 movies in a year in order to have a top 10, right? And I think of the same way for like a bottom 10. If you're like, oh, these are the 10 worst movies. I saw 15 movies this year. I don't care about your list. Also, I personally could never do a top 10 worsts because I can usually smell a shit heap before it's in front of me. And I will actively avoid a lot of movies. So by the end of the year, I have sat through maybe a handful of movies that I thought were actively bad. And so I could make a top 10 even if I wanted to, or bottom 10, whatever you want to say.
I was talking with my roommates, because one of my roommates gives me shit because he says I like everything. Like there are a few things I dislike, and I tell him like, if I even get a vibe or if someone tells me, Chris, this is bad, or Chris, you're not gonna like this. And typically I'll be like, you know what? Let me form my own opinion on it. Mm-hmm. But if I even get a vibe that I'm not gonna like something, why waste my time?
Right.
Like, I'm just not gonna do it, you know?
Then it takes a lot of people telling you it's good to make you go out and see it because I'm not gonna like this.
At least until I watched 2014's TMNT a couple days ago. And that shit is garbage. But I like it.
You were just
unpopular opinion. I had fun with the second one. Unpopular opinion.
I watched Out of the Shadows last night.
It's more fun.
Did you have more fun?
It's not great, but it's more fun.
Yes, it's more Ninja Turtle-y.
I was disappointed by Stephen Amell in that movie.
I don't want to talk about it.
Jones a cop.
Yeah.
Why is he a narc?
I've seen 54 new releases this year. I only dislike 10 of them. 11 of them. Yeah, I'd say 11 of them. So
for the most part, making a bottom 10 if there's
and I would, because basically everything from 43 up to 1 I enjoyed. I would give it a thumbs up. I didn't hate my experience, and even I'd say 10 of them, to be honest.
I would much rather talk about Banshees of Inisherin than The Bubble.
I gotta watch Banshees too.
It's on HBO. It's on HBO now.
I'm not gonna watch any. I'm not gonna do my Flickin' 5 until I get done with all my 2022 release.
The only last movie I want to see is Babylon, but I'm gonna try to see if I can find Cha Cha Real Smooth and The Outfit, and I have not seen those two yet.
Cha Cha Real Smooth. That's Dakota Johnson, right?
Yes, and just because Allison was talking so highly about him just in the last week in our chat. So those are the last 3 that new releases that I really want to see.
Because I love Banshees of Inisherin so much, I have never seen a Martin McDonagh movie before Banshees, so I had not seen In Bruges, Seven Psychopaths, or
Three Billboards.
Thank you. So
I like that movie too. Folks were dunking on it when Banshees came out. I was like, yo, I like that flick. I thought it was good.
It was nominated for Best Picture, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah, I was looking for it.
And then Frances got Best Actress. I'm pretty sure.
Brady McD. Sam Rockwell's also, he won the Oscar for that movie too.
Yeah.
He's very good in that flick.
The point I was getting to, speaking of Sam Rockwell and Mark McDonough and all that stuff, is my friend's the one that took me to Banshees because it was a drive. We had to go out like 45 minutes to watch it. So I saw Seven Psychopaths. He has all Mark McDonough's movies, and he's like, "Which one do you want to watch today?" I said, "I'll do Seven Psychopaths." I loved it. I loved it so much. It was a blast. It was a really good time. I am now a Mark McDonough stan. I'm gonna watch In Bruges. I'm gonna watch 15 billboards outside of Ebbing, Missouri County.
Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
That's what I said.
Was Seven Psychopaths very Irish, or was it?
No. So as far as I know, well, In Bruges might be, but
I think is Bruges, yeah.
And Colin Farrell has his
Billboards
accent,
is not.
But Colin Farrell
Missouri
is an outcast in these folks. So you have an Irish person in it, but it really has nothing to do with Ireland.
He has such a good American accent too. He melds into every role.
Are we talking about what's his nuts? Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell, yeah, he's great.
He's the Irish Ryan Reynolds.
Colin Farrell
is that a good thing?
Colin remains to be my choice for, like, I guess we're getting a Keanu Reeves sequel now, but I always want Colin Farrell for John Constantine. Really bad.
Ooh,
I like that a lot.
He's always been my pick. Yeah.
Okay.
He's there. Like, you just give him a cigarette and a trench coat.
I like how you said cigarette. Give him a cigarette.
Give him a cigarette. All right.
Yes,
give him a little
sticky. Sam Rockwell was the head thug of the Foot Clan.
Yo, the 1990 TMNT flick is somehow underappreciated when we talk about comic book movies to this day. I don't give a shit about if you can see.
Isn't it Winston Marshall's favorite comic book movie, or am I thinking of somebody else?
It's like top 20 favorite movies of all time for me.
No, you know what? It's Coy's co-host Jake Lloyd Bacon on the Coy cast. His favorite comic book movie is TMNT.
It's so good, and it's like messed up, like the '90s Ninja Turtle movie. It's cute and all, it's fun, but it's low key dark as hell.
I loved the whole trilogy, even Turtles in Time, which I think you haven't seen the third one. I loved it as a kid. I think it doesn't hold up as an adult, whereas I think still the first two still do. The third one, I think gets really weird. It gets
the best part of the second one, The Secret of the Ooze. Honestly, is his name Kino, right?
Kino. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kino, yep. Bernie Reyes Jr.
Yes. Who I also know from Surf Ninjas and also The Rundown. Yeah, that's my boy.
Mm-hmm.
But he's like, he's trying to hit on the girls, and they go, "Yeah, in your dreams." He's like, "In my dreams, you might be a little thinner," or something like that. That drives off.
We love 90s humor.
90s misogyny is best misogyny.
One of my roommates, the roommate on this wall, his favorite Secret of the Ooze.
I think they lost the rights to some of the comic book stuff though in the second one because they used Toka and Reza and Toka instead of Bebop and Rocksteady.
They also had like a strike against violence from like parents and stuff, so they never used their weapons in the entire movie.
Not one time in the second one.
One time in the whole movie.
Not one time. And then in the third one, the Henson company didn't do the suits, so it's whole new suits. That's why everyone looks a little wonky and weird because it's not the same designs.
I feel like my whole life is a lie.
Yeah, they use
their weapons.
They use substitutes that movie. Like when they're fighting in the subway, Michelangelo grabs sausage links and starts fighting people with nunchuck sausage links.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
God, we love the '90s. They did our turtles so well. But I don't even. Comcast is going to come down on us so hard.
NBC is about to copyright this channel.
NBC Universal Comcast is going to kill us.
Take it. Scout. So we haven't talked about Willow. No one's really talking much about Willow. A couple channels are. I like watching Casterly talk with Alvin Diaz and Ken Knapsack. They're always great. And Heroes Reforged are doing watch-alongs with Willow as well. There's not really much else talk. Like, no one's talking about it.
I am watching it,
but I'm enjoying it.
If anyone's wondering. If you ask me to talk about it, I got nothing for you. I am just watching it.
I
Chris,
still
have
gotta
you
watch
seen it all?
Andor. No.
Okay.
Oh my god!
I'm
Right
enjoying
after,
it.
right after what, Chris? Right after what?
Right after Sandman, I gotta watch
Hey.
Andor, and after Andor, I gotta watch Willow.
I'm
Movie's
really
good.
enjoying Willow, but I do see some of the interesting dialogue choices. I'm not versed to like that criticism that other people are making. I'm like, okay, I can see where that would be an issue. But this last episode was really good. It was actually really good, kind of like creepy. It was a good character piece. It gave every character like a time to
It was
shine.
probably the best episode.
I think so. I think the first and then the fourth episode were the best.
Also, they did a lot of callbacks to the Willow movie, which was fun. You got to play Leonardo DiCaprio the whole time. Just
there she is. There they are.
Yo, Robert Adams dropping some knowledge on us in the chat. Peter Laird, I think his name's Peter Laird. He's one of the co-creators of Ninja Turtles. Didn't like the Rocksteady, so he refused to grant the license for the characters.
He created and
They
edited
were-
it? Okay.
Yeah, because Eastman and Laird, they co-created Ninja Turtles, and
Out of
my
the
mistake-
Shadows had Bebop and Rocksteady though.
Yeah.
And they were shout out to Seamus. He was Rocksteady. He was so fun
Yeah.
in the movie. You can tell how much fun he was having.
And the dad, the dad of the friend of Malcolm in the Middle.
And they had Casey Jones as a cop. Why was he a police officer?
He was
Did they have to make him a cop? No, they didn't. They just had to tie in the NYPD for some reason. And through Casey Jones, arguably the coolest character in Ninja Turtles lore, and you make him a narc?
No, the Falcon was the coolest character. You need to buy some of that Falcon breath that he was selling.
Oh my god. His hot air.
His hot air.
He was selling his
He was
hot air.
Plastic
$100.
bags with his logo on it.
Will Arnett in those movies is so miscast. Incredibly miscast.
Have a good night, John. Tell your
Bye,
friends.
John. Good night, Doug. But watching them, I've been watching a bunch of Ninja Turtles recently, and I watched the 2007 animated one, the CGI one.
I think that's the best Ninja Turtles movie so far.
Really, even over the 91?
Yeah. Okay, here's what I'll say. I prefer to rewatch the 90s one. Quality wise, though, I think 2007 is the best Ninja Turtles movie.
Okay.
It's a fun story.
I miss Shredder in it. I know that movie is great for folks who already know Ninja Turtles because it just jumps in with no context, and you don't need to know. Like, if you're a fan, you already know what the hell's going on. But I rewatched it for the first time in like a decade, a couple days ago, and I'm like, this movie. But like, my Casey's a bum.
They were staying true to the comics.
Hashtag not my Casey.
In the first movie, do we know Casey's background? Was he maybe an ex-cop, possibly?
He was stupid as hell. He was not a police officer.
So he could have been an ex-cop.
Yo, clip it out.
Sean said not me.
Hey, there's a reason you're an ex. I don't know.
But and see, Mike, to your point, I gotta watch I haven't seen the Nickelodeon Ninja Turtle series, and I haven't seen the new movie that's on Netflix either.
Ooh, I think that's Seth Rogen.
Is it? No, he hasn't done his yet.
No,
okay. So I'm thinking about the other one.
Yeah, he hasn't done his yet.
Gotcha, okay, then I'm gonna.
No, Robert, and I'm not saying you're wrong. Like, that's the thing. I say this in jest.
I am saying that Chris is saying that you're wrong. So this means whatever Chris is saying.
It was Ben Schwartz was one of the voices of Leo. Sonic.
That's cool. It's Sonic. Gotta go fast. But no, like,
Gotta go faster. Sonic, he's on the run. Sonic. Who are Sonic X grown up? Nobody, just me. Cool. What's up?
Just you. What's up?
God damn it.
There's a new Sonic. There's a new Sonic cartoon out on Netflix that came out today.
Oh,
Ninja Turtles.
Oh, it's a movie, isn't it?
It's 8 episodes. My kid as soon as I walked in the door, he's like, "Sonic's on Netflix." I'm like, "All right."
My K's got me.
The second this thing's over, I'm gonna watch more Ninja Turtles. I've been meaning to rewatch 2017 Power Rangers.
I loved it. I thought it was great.
That movie is rad.
I honestly have one complaint about the movie, and it's just not paced well.
Not enough Krispy Kreme.
Other than that, that movie knew exactly what it wanted to do. I think it succeeded on like all fronts. Goldar was terrible, but that's okay. How much are you going to really nitpick a Power Rangers movie? I thought it would have been a great stepping point. Apparently, nobody gave a shit.
No.
It really, I was so excited. Like, me and some buddies went to go see it in college, and we were all over the moon when we left. We're like, yo, that movie rocks. They should do more. And
let's go get Krispy Kreme.
Let's go get some Krispy Kreme and this whole thing, and the movie bombs. And I love that cast.
When they call out Tommy in detention at the end, and you're like, oh shit!
I got it, Tommy. And fucking Jason David Frank, may he rest in peace, King.
Yeah.
He was in it with Amy Jo Johnson. Like, again, super rad, fun movie. I want more Power Rangers.
I liked it. I want to see Dacre Montgomery in so much more. He was in Elvis. That's the last thing I saw him in, other than Stranger Things. I don't know what else he's been doing. I would love to see Dacre as Johnny Storm.
Yes.
Ooh, yes.
Great.
He's one of my top 3 picks for Johnny Storm.
Me like that.
Or either him or Jeremy Allen White from The Bear.
Oh,
Shameless.
Yeah.
I want him as Johnny Storm too.
I also
or even Ben Grimm, to be honest.
Not another Johnny Storm pick, but another pick for Dacre is they'd have to hurry up about it. But I'd be super stoked on Dacre for older Dick Grayson.
Okay.
As a Nightwing, he's. I feel like he should be taller, like lanky, like not lanky, but taller.
How old is Dacre Montgomery?
Like
30,
30. I don't know.
Yeah, he could damn near be Batman at this point.
Wolverine, maybe. He's a shorter guy. I think. I don't know if he's short. Rather, he's probably like he's like a 5'10" or something like that.
Yo, Dacre, I loved him, and oh my god, RJ Cyler, I thought was so much fun as Billy in that movie.
He was cool.
Well, let's not forget about Ludi Lin, Liu Kang himself.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my god, they're doing another Mortal Kombat, right?
Dacre's 28.
Yes.
Jesse,
he's Australian.
I think that movie's fun. See, Jesse, that's your Eternals. Is Mortal Kombat.
I don't think your Eternals background equates to my Mortal Kombat background. Just to be a little gatekeepy.
Honestly, if you would have asked me right now, Chris, would you rather watch Mortal Kombat or Eternals? I'm watching Mortal Kombat, and it's not close. Like, it's the movie is not great. I understand why. No, Jesse, you had to do that, dog. I thought that was fun, and they shot it out Gary, Indiana. What's Sonya Blade doing in Gary, Indiana? Of all places? Like, what the hell?
I'll tell you. Do you know what hyped up Mortal Kombat way more than it deserved? Was like the opening scene.
Me. I hyped it up more than it deserved.
Jesse himself. This is really before I got to know Jesse when that movie dropped, and I was like, "Who's this motherfucker going on every channel? He's over there on Star Wars Explained. He's on BJ Network. He's talking about
everywhere, dude. I was everywhere. I was so hyped. Everywhere.
Give me all the channels, But anyway, the Benjamin Wolfish score is awesome. I fucking love it. He did a fantastic job.
Mortal Kombat. Yo, like Mortal Kombat did so many things wrong. But I'll be damned if I didn't have a good time watching that movie.
I had a good time, but I do agree it was
because I knew it wasn't good. We're talking about the new one, Cena. What's going on, Cena?
My problem is like we had a fun, not great movie in the original '95. Like I love that movie for all that it is, and then we had Annihilation, which is terrible in every sense of the word. Like not even fun, terrible, just terrible. We had a terrible show called Mortal Kombat Conquest that I watched all of with Kung Lao. Terrible show. And then
they did Kung Lao so dirty in the new movie too. Actually, I lied. I don't like the new one.
Thank you. that was fun. How that
they did Kung Lao so dirty.
He was so well cast too. The guy that
yes, I loved him and goddamn Liu Kang. They had great chemistry. I want them to kiss.
Casting was not the issue in this movie.
No, casting was not the problem.
Was it Chris or Adam McKay was writing one of the McKays?
It was whoever did Lego Batman. It was that same
Chris
I think it was Chris.
Yeah.
Chris McKay. He was. Yeah, I wonder if that's still. I mean, James Gunn's throwing everything out with the bathwater. So
Everything besides the Batman is trash, according to James Gunn.
I mean, he's 90% correct.
He's dumping everything.
The things that are good from DC happen to also be James Gunn. So that's a little ironic.
No, and you're totally correct. But
I just because he's wiping slate, I don't think that means that he thinks that they're bad. I think they just don't fit with the direction, which is
that James Gunn's scrapping a lot of the stuff from the DC universe, the pre-established DC universe, for good reason, because it's so discombobulated. Like, let's just restart besides the Batman, because that shit fucks. Besides the Batman, just do everything else. Redo everything.
They do need to have two Batmans, though. There's like
perfect place to do it is with the Flash movie. That's already cost like $500 million to make, and it's gonna bomb at the box office. That movie is gonna tank because it comes out in the packed month of June.
Life is good, but it could be better.
It could be better. Yo, Cole, Cole,
be better.
Just make Liu Kang the lead character.
No, Johnny Cage, because it's supposed to be.
Well, the sequel, they're going to do Johnny Cage, and it should be Mike the Miz Mizanin, for the record.
Yeah, well, like the whole thing with Cole is he was supposed to. They're like the directors were even like, Cole's your eyesight into the Mortal Kombat world. I was like, you mean Johnny Cage in every iteration of the games of the movies? It's always been Johnny Cage. So why are you doing whatever you're doing? And you could have even made Louis Tan Johnny Cage or something, you know? Yeah. Johnny Cage doesn't have to be a white dude.
Who do you think he's going to be in the next movie?
Johnny Cage isn't a white guy.
Not me.
Of course you're not going to be, but the second if they announce someone who's not a white man, he's playing Johnny Cage, you're going to see folks be like, hey, yo, we only have so many white characters left.
This is oppression.
White characters.
They're racial washing my white characters. Yeah.
You already have Blue Beetle. Spider-Man's black now. Why is everyone gonna be like? I see those comments on Facebook posts, and my brain melts every time I read them.
I'm gonna touch. We're gonna touch that comment here in a second. Geez, what were we just talking about? Oh yeah, Johnny Cage and all that mess of things. Listen.
Oh no, that was Jake said that.
What's that?
I put it in the chat so you can read it.
You want me? Hold up. we got a Streamlabs from. I don't even know how to. I don't even want to.
That's Anatoly Kubishkin.
Yes. And Anatoly said,
back from the dead.
Why Chris not plant chia seeds further down forehead to look normal? How rude is that?
I don't know.
Like, fuck you, Anatoly.
My forehead, it's 4 fingers.
I feel like it's normal.
Mine's only 2. Look at that.
See? Forehead. I don't have a big forehead. Don't say that, 'cause I'm gonna cut my hair and I'm gonna look like a damn pinto bean.
I'll raise you one. When I was in elementary school, the girls kept saying I had pretty eyelashes, so I cut them off.
Oh no!
That hurt.
What?
That hurt?
No, it's like cutting hair, but I had stupid eyelashes.
I got the same compliment, so I bought some mascara, and I was like,
perfect. Sean made the correct approach.
Let's go. Let's go. I think the person who made that comment has no room to talk when we talk about hairline.
That's quite possible.
Look. So
it wasn't Jake.
My ass. Thanks, Robert Adams in the chat, liking the Miz.
Thank you, Ed. Appreciate it.
Good night, Haskell. Thanks for the love.
I've only ever seen the Miz act in, what was he in, the Marine 2 or something like that?
He was in the Marine 4,
Academy Award-winning Marine 2.
The Marine 4, something like that. Yeah.
Marine 2 is Ted DiBiase.
I'm sure he could be fine. I mean, I feel like he would fit well enough into the Mortal Kombat list of accomplished actors.
I think Scott Eastwood could do it.
Sure.
Yeah. Scott Eastwood's fun. He's one of the few. Actually, no. I was going to say he was one of the few points of nepotism that I tolerate. I don't think I can say that in confidence.
Okay.
Do you know who voices Johnny Cage in the recent terrible animated movies that they came out with?
No. Who voices Johnny Cage?
Joel McHale is the voice of Johnny Cage in the animated movies.
Oh, I think it's a little too late, but at one point.
It's too late for in real life. I just think it's fun. Yeah.
Joel McHale is all of 6'9". That motherfucker's hella tall.
Joel McHale, when he was on The Soup on the E! Network, him as Johnny Cage would be fucking incredible. Oh my god! Jeff, I want that so bad.
If one more person says Chris Pratt for Johnny Cage, I will find you.
What's it? Am I the only one that doesn't get the Chris Pratt hate?
No, I don't get it either.
It just depends on how far you divulge into social media. I have ceased liking him as an individual, which doesn't all the way impact how I feel about him, but there's just too much of him, and I would like less.
And I know he said some, or his churches are with some sus stuff and whatever. The public literally hating his divorce with Anna Faris, like the whole thing.
Yeah, he's also been really shitty to his kid with like medical needs and things.
I
a lot.
Like, and I don't know how much of that's true, and maybe it's all true, and he's one big piece of garbage. I don't know, but it's every time something Chris Pratt related happens, the internet lights itself on fire.
My feeling right now is like whenever Chris Pratt is cast in something, I'm like, why is it Chris Pratt? Not because like specifically for hating him, but I'm just like, you have all of Hollywood. It doesn't have to be Chris Pratt.
Can we what do you mean he can't get buff? Have you seen Joel McHale? Dude is buff.
Also, Johnny Cage isn't.
He's a big boy.
Wow.
Joel McHale's kind of jacked.
Jeff Winger goes to the fucking gym. All right.
Yeah, this dude no, that's Krasinski.
Oh, John Krasinski.
Cast John Krasinski. This is from 13 Hours, I believe.
Cast John Krasinski and everything.
But Joel McHale's a big guy. I think he's look at his
Joel
arms.
McHale's hot. Totally. I think Joel McHale's hot.
100%.
And I don't know how you guys know your Mortal Kombat characters, but Alan Richardson as Stryker. Great.
How about this?
I want Alan Richardson like everything. I need to watch Jack Reacher.
White guy for Raiden.
What's that?
In literally anything.
What'd you say?
What did you say?
Me?
Yeah. What were you saying?
I was trying to watch the 95 Mortal Kombat movie, and I saw that Raiden was a white guy. And I said,
Christopher Lambert. Yeah,
Christopher Lambert.
I stopped. I'm like, no, we're not doing this right now.
So here's my problem. I was really excited for new Raiden because I was like, oh, they're actually getting an Asian actor. Awesome. And it's Hogan from the Thor movies. I couldn't understand most of his dialogue. And it was a little distracting.
That's a directing issue, I think. You
Probably.
gotta just do a retake, especially if you're going to do a mostly English movie. Right.
If they would have just done like Japanese or something and done subtitles, cool, like they did in the beginning. But I
noticed that we started a comment a little bit ago, and did we want to answer that question real quick?
Oh yeah. Let me
start a comment.
Josh, if you're still in here,
Again, if you were in James Gunn's position, how or who would you cast Nightwing? You know what? Let's get bold. Why jump straight to Nightwing? Let's do Robin first.
So someone we think could grow into Nightwing.
I want to see Robin, like Batman and Robin on the.
Do you want to see Dick Grayson Robin?
Because you have Tim Drake, and I really want to see Damian Wayne in live action. Real bad. I love that little piece of shit.
I will.
Why not both?
Poor Caitlin was stuff.
Can we do both at the same time? I know, obviously, it's not the order of Robins, but
you can't. Well, if you have Dick Grayson moves on to Nightwing, and then he takes on Jason. Jason gets murdered, and then he takes on Tim.
Right. But
like the farther we go along in the Robin story, the sooner we can get Red Hood, which is the point I'm trying to get to.
Oh, if you want Red Hood.
Who else watches the Umbrella Academy?
Enough of.
Oh
my God, yes. I already know what you're gonna say. Yep.
Aidan Gallagher.
Yes.
Who's this?
He
1000%.
plays number 5 in the Umbrella Academy. He's sarcastic. He's an asshole. He's funny. He's hilarious. And
so funny.
from what I can tell, he can do a ton of the action too, or at least the
Right.
choreography of the action. Chris, what after Sandman and everything else, watch the Umbrella Academy. However many other shows there are.
Can we get Tom Sturridge as Jonathan Crane in the new Batverse?
Tom Sturridge? Who do I know?
In Reeves' Batman.
I'm gonna let Sean look up Tom Sturridge.
I was like, wait, his name doesn't pop in my head. I forgot. I would, 100% cast Tom.
I
also
want
Robert Sheehan.
Mm-hmm.
I really hope that they keep the Reeves stuff going. I mean, we're getting that Penguin show with our boy
Colin
Farrell.
Chris,
He did some great movies this year.
You know Robert Sheehan, right?
No.
He plays Klaus in the Umbrella Academy. Who was it telling me about his other show?
Wasn't me.
He just needs to literally stand in for Ezra Miller.
Robert Adams is so anti everything DC. He just wants a hard reboot. I don't blame you though.
So Robert Sheehan should just stand in for Ezra Miller. Just take Ezra Miller out and put Robert Sheehan in. Absolutely, just replace them.
Why not?
But he's great.
Sure.
I love him and
I'm
everything.
making a blonde Barry Allen. That's right. I'm being harassed.
That's not my Barry. He's not blonde.
Yeah.
Jake, do it. I've already watched it all. Jesse needs to catch up. It's emotional. I cried the last 3 episodes.
I haven't seen any of Squid Game. I should have been doing those reviews with you, Jesse, or those reactions.
Catch up. I'm literally, as the episodes drop is how far I am. I watch.
And I'm like, hurry up! I need time to edit them.
So watch a quick 4 episodes really quick, Chris, and then you can wake up at 6 o'clock my time.
I gotta binge.
Yeah.
I don't like binging stuff. Like I binged Wednesday because I love that show, but I felt so empty when I got done. It hasn't even been renewed for fucking season 2 yet.
I also don't know if that's entirely true. It says we haven't seen Nightwing on the big screen. Actually, in Batman and Robin, when Robin was trying to come up with his names, he goes, "How about Nightwing?"
Yo, Jesse just actually you for the record. Let the record show. Actually, like we have heard of a Robin or a Nightwing in a Batman movie before. What I was gonna say something, but I forgot. Batman. But no, to answer the question initially, I want to start with Robin. Like I think if we're ever gonna see Robin portrayed like a child,
I love Sean's out of pocket pick. Like
which one?
The what's his butt from number 5?
Number 5, Aiden Gallagher. Yeah.
How old is he?
He's relatively young. I think he's like 21. Let me go because he was a kid in some Disney Channel.
For Robin, honestly, because like I think when they do
Robin,
play
that young. I'm talking like I want like
he's 19-year-old. He's 19. He plays young though.
He plays like 14 in Umbrella Academy.
Yeah.
No shit. Okay. Then yeah, I'd be cool with that. I want to see like Robin, and then maybe eventually he can become Nightwing.
Honestly, that's the pick. I think Sean's got it. Like I fell off of Umbrella Academy, but I'll still swear by that kid.
I was told to watch that a year ago, and I have a hard time watching Netflix shows if it's not Wednesday because I love Wednesday.
I got a Netflix show for you, Chris.
And it's it's one about the guy that sleeps a lot.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. One day.
Chris, have you seen Klaus?
No. I almost watched it nights ago, but guess what I watched instead? Ninja Turtles.
I was gonna say Wednesday. I don't know. Klaus is, I think, now in my top 3 Christmas movies of all time.
Woo!
We watch it every Christmas Eve now. It's now
top
tradition.
3 Christmas flicks: The Santa Claus, Nightmare Before Christmas, and
I haven't seen 1899 Scout. I'm sorry. Look at this love. Klaus is really good. Klaus is amazing. It is.
I really gotta check it out.
You do. It'll make you feel things. Also, you know what I love? J.K. Simmons gets to be Santa Claus twice. He voices Klaus, and then he also is going to be Santa Claus in the Red One movie with Dwayne Johnson and Chris Evans.
Talk about overexposed.
But yeah, talk about lying to the media about how much money your movie didn't make.
Yo, that's another. I saw this thing earlier. How I guess The Rock unfollowed DC.
Oh,
Comics.
Yeah.
He's pissed. You know he's pissed off because James Gunn's like, we're not doing more of this shit, dog.
Watch. That was a bad move.
I'm gonna play this clip real quick. Hopefully this doesn't get us pulled down.
We're an hour and a half in, so what?
Hey, we're into it anyway.
NBC's already gonna take the video down the second we're done.
Yeah, NBC's gonna do it.
Curtis so this is a trick or treat style Christmas movie. I have some suggestions for you.
So this is Aiden Gallagher. I know you don't need to listen to it. There's just a song we can talk over it. Will it go that way? Oh no, it doesn't. It doesn't go that way.
He looks.
No, there he goes.
What do you? There we go.
There you go. I was trying to add it back. I didn't know what I was doing.
Yes.
He looks youngy.
Now it's gone. Here it is.
Yeah, there we go. Why not? That's what I was trying to do. So he knows how to do the action parts too. The Umbrella Academy is brutal. If you guys haven't seen the Umbrella Academy, it's really fun.
What in God's name is happening right now?
He teleports.
Holy shit.
This is a really fun scene, but he's brutal in it, and he's hilarious too.
I honestly think he should be Damien.
He's psychotic, at least in this show.
Damien's psychotic.
He's pretty crazy.
Or Jason, honestly. Like he could be Dick, but like I like him more as the more demented Robins, which would be Jason or Damien. Although I think anyone raised by Bruce should be demented. You should have problems.
I would imagine so.
Hey, we have a Streamlabs.
Hey, we got another one.
Streamlabs.
Read it up, Sean.
Guys, I don't know how long I actually do this.
Oh, it's okay. It's time for me to go to bed here after this.
Okay,
Josh
ready?
says he's Damien for sure.
Oh, do it, 100%. From Jake Yakoveta, thank you for the $5, sir. We always love and appreciate you.
Thank you.
Well,
Jake says Chris should watch Sandman.
Chris should watch Sandman. Here's $5. Get on it.
Is that what he said for real?
No, bruh. If you bought fish, then your car broke down and it was sitting in your hot car for 4 hours, would you eat it? What? Roxy is being stubborn as fuck and wants to eat it. Cinna is encouraging her. Please shut this shit down.
All right. Well, I got a real easy answer for this. I don't eat fish.
Your fish? What? You got a little goldfish?
If it's sitting in a hot car for 4 hours, it's already cooked.
It's sitting, but if it's sitting in like a bag, am I thinking this? No, wait, no. Fish to eat or fish like you went to the animal pet, the pet store? Oh, that makes more sense.
I would eat the fish. I would.
I won't eat any leftovers because my mom ruined me on leftovers.
Sean won't eat leftovers. I won't eat fish. So with our powers combined, no, stop it.
Scout, give me a couple shows right now I should watch before Sandman.
Fucking son of a bitch, Christopher Robin.
Christopher Robin, underappreciated live action Disney flick, and then when he made me sob.
It's very sweet. Also, Haley Atwell. Man, I wish she
gorgeous.
She stinks a little bit in real life, but she is definitely pretty.
She sucks for real.
She's comes across bitter. I'll say that. Like she's not the worst person in the world, but I think she's a bitter individual.
Interesting. But Ewan McGregor and Jim Cummings did Tigger and Pooh again. I love that.
I'm so far behind on the chat. I'm
gonna watch that when I get on this shit.
The first episode of Sandman.
I have your address now, and I think I'm gonna rope you to a chair in front of Netflix.
Jesse, if you popped up at my front door, I wouldn't know how to feel. Like if I'd be overjoyed or scared or both.
Especially if I popped right now, it'd be really confusing.
Really confusing.
It's like, yo, how'd you know which apartment I was? Oh, I told you that too. Damn.
Yeah, you gotta send it. How do you think the mail works?
It's a bomb.
No, don't say that. I'm gonna have my roommates open it when I'm not here.
Perfect. Well,
did we answer the question about Nightwing? I don't know. Did we get
didn't,
there
but
all the way?
I still wanted Robin. I wouldn't know who I would cast.
Before I saw Mortal Kombat, I thought Louis Tan would have made a great Batman Beyond. I thought he would have been a good Terry McGinnis, but
how the hell haven't we gotten Terry McGinnis on screen?
We were about to. That was part of the news that came out this week, is that they canceled Michael Keaton's Batman Beyond movie to introduce Batman Terry McGinnis.
Yeah. Do none of us watch Titans, or does anyone watch Titans?
No,
I watched the first season of Titans.
Okay, that's enough. The actor that played Beast Boy, his name's escaping me right now.
I see his face.
He is the voice of Big Hero 6.
Yes, he is.
Hiro Hamada.
Yep. No shit. Really?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, I don't remember his name either. Ryan something? Ryan?
Yes, it is. Oh my gosh. I can't think of his name. But anyways, when
Ryan Potter.
Yeah.
Shut it down.
Like K in the chat.
Everyone be quiet. Thank you guys. Appreciate you, Josh.
Yeah, Wayne Blade does. Thank you. I'm glad you tuned in. But Ryan Potter, when Ben Affleck was cast, he put together and choreographed an entire fight scene and just said, "I want to be Ben's Robin." And I thought it was the coolest thing. And then he got cast as Beast Boy 6 months later. But I still hang on to why not? Or no, he said he wanted to specifically be Tim Drake.
Oh, Tim.
That's which is funny that, and a little ironic that then he got to be in a show where somebody else was Robin or Nightwing.
Yeah, well, shit. How many Robins have they done? Because they got Jason Todd on that show and Dick Grayson.
I think So then Jason, they've done Dick. I feel like they've introduced Tim, but I could be wrong. I couldn't stand that show for me personally, on a personal level.
Season 1 was a drag. Yeah, I was like, I'm good.
Yeah. I watched the trailers, and they make me want to. Trailers are supposed to make you want to watch something, right? And whenever I see Titans trailers,
I'm just like, all right. Yeah. It became Young Justice in live action, and just not as cool as Young Justice.
That's just
yeah. Oh, you say Young Justice 3 times, the whole chat's going to turn to Mike K.
No, Young Justice, great show. Is Damien the worst Robin? By default, yeah.
No, wait, hold up. Who said that? No,
Josh.
No. I could be wrong, but for me personally, with all the Batman content I've consumed, Tim is the most boring Robin to me. Everyone else has a very unique, specific identity, and Tim is the other Robin. That's how I feel about it.
Damn.
You have Dick Grayson, obviously a legacy there. Jason Todd and the whole Death of Robin, Death in the Family, Red Hood stuff, iconic, right? Tim Drake exists. Damian Wayne being the grandson of Ra's al Ghul and the son of Talia al Ghul, and that whole assassins thing, and he kills people at 10 years old. Unique, crazy, awesome. Tim's the other one. Okay, no. Carrie Kelly is the worst Robin.
Yo, don't do Carrie like that.
I know nothing about the comics, so this is for you guys.
Well, it's also the animated movie. The Dark Knight Returns Part 1 and 2 has Carrie Kelly in it, and you can see how terrible she is.
And I don't want to exclude Carrie because obviously she's a Robin, but when I think
kind of
right, when I think of Robins, I think of the main 4: Dick, Tim, Jason, and Damian. But to me, and Stephanie Brown, yes. But again, when people think about Robin, they probably think of one of those 4, right? No one's out here oh, yo, who's your favorite Robin? Stephanie Brown,
Chris O'Donnell.
And I don't want to diss. And I know it might just sounds like I'm dissing Stephanie Brown and Carrie Kelly, and I don't want to make it sound like that. And maybe it's just my ignorant, stupid boy brain. But out of the first 4 Robins, low key, Jason might be the worst Robin solely because of him being. He was not a great Robin. What he became after is fucking awesome.
That's a fair point. If we're talking the title of Robin, Jason might be the worst.
Jason might be the worst.
It was short, and he was a shithead the whole time.
The fans killed him.
Yeah.
Blame the Joker. Blame the fans.
The fans killed Jason Todd, but at the same time, the fans also made Jason because of that, he became Red Hood, and it was super fucking cool.
I think that was that wasn't. It was born of what the fans did to him, but it wasn't. It was definitely the writers going like, "All right, let's turn this around somehow, make a tragic story out of it." Batman has to fight his former protege, et cetera, et cetera.
I agree with Rob or Robert.
Did anyone play Gotham Knights?
No. I stayed away from that game. Arm's reach.
Okay.
I will say
I didn't like the play style. I watched the video, like on the gameplay. I didn't like it.
I have both watched Under the Red Hood and I have read the Red Hood comic, or it's a couple volumes, and it's an instance where the animated movie is better than the comic for me, because there's a lot of fat in the comic that the animated movie cut out that didn't need to be there.
The movie Under the Red Hood,
the movie.
Super rad movie, super rad Batman flick.
Mm-hmm.
I might watch that when I'm done with this.
It's one of the reasons why I wanted a good Black Mask cinematically, and we didn't quite get there.
Yo, you're not a Birds of Prey guy?
What's that? I don't have any strong feelings about Birds of Prey.
My other roommate, she loves Birds of Prey. Loves it. I really liked it too. I saw it. I own it. I should watch Birds of Prey. No, I'm gonna watch another Red. No, I'm gonna watch Christopher Robin.
Well, guys, with that, it looks like I'm going to bed.
Watch Sandman, you son of a bitch.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
I'm gonna go watch Wednesday again.
Here's the problem. When you 5 years from now start watching The Sandman when it's on its third season, I'm going to ask for little micro reviews of every single episode.
Jesse, I already told you, the second I start watching The Sandman, you'll be the first person I tell. I'll call you, dog.
Honestly, do it.
Hot take. I think the Mask of the Phantasm is overrated.
Oh,
I don't think it's poorly rated. I enjoy it. I just think it's overrated because everyone lauds it as the best thing ever. It's 4 episodes crammed together.
Woo!
That's what it is. It's a mini series. It's a mini series of the animated show, which is amazing. I fucking love it. But it's just 4 or 5 episodes crammed together. That's all it is.
I agree. Mask of the Phantasm is good, not great. My favorite
2 episodes, long as fuck. For no reason.
My favorite Batman movie is actually a combo movie, and it's Batman Superman Apocalypse.
Yes,
Jesse, that movie fucks hard.
Yes,
all
it does.
around.
I'll watch that. No, I'm watching that when I'm done with this.
Dude, the fight between Supergirl and Darkseid is one of the most metal, badass things I've ever seen in my life.
And Wonder Woman gets crammed into it like halfway through the movie, and it's still like super rad and cool. And I love it.
Okay, I gotta describe a brief 5 seconds of this fight. So Kal-El gets shut down by Darkseid. Supergirl has not honed in, she hasn't been taught restraint, right? So she's just gnarly, raw Kryptonian brutality. She's fighting Darkseid. You know how he has the Omega beams that follow you everywhere, like zigzag? So the Omega beams are following her all over. She's on the Smallville farm, and she gets behind a Darkseid, grabs him by the face, puts her feet on his back, flips him into his own Omega beam, and I was like, Jesus Christ, that is the sickest thing I've ever seen.
Metal. It's so rad.
Good. Anyways, Batman's also in that movie.
It's Kevin Conroy. Rest in peace, King.
Yeah.
God damn. That movie rocks. That movie rocks.
Honestly,
I think Under the Red Hood is my favorite out of the animated Batman stuff.
It's up there, yeah.
But Mask of the Phantasm, I low key agree, but I don't know if I fully will agree with you in public, Sean, on your Mask of the Phantasm take. Because I do think it's a beautiful film.
What was my take? That it's very good.
That it's overrated because
it's
literally
overrated in the
what
sense
people are going
that
to hear
everyone
is
says
Mask
it's
of the
the best
Phantasm
thing
is overrated. Wah, 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 wah.
No.
Everything after that they're going to ignore.
I think a lot of people laud a lot of things as the best thing ever.
Yeah,
and Mask of the Phantasm not the best.
That makes it over.
I mean,
and if that's the case, I will agree with you on the record.
Okay. Comment on Josh. He says that it's not a Batman movie; it's a Superman/girl movie. One of the best animated Batman scenes ever is in that movie, and it is Batman scaring Darkseid.
Oh yeah! Yes.
Yeah. Because
I think I've seen this movie once, but I don't remember it the way you guys.
It's
remember.
on HBO Max, or did they take that off?
They
too?
probably removed it and threw it into the ocean by now. I don't know.
So
They
Batman, it's kind of
they took a floppy disk and just chucked it.
all the code for the movie is gone.
Zaslav said animation. What?
Batman, what?
This is the last copy of Apocalypse,
They
right?
feed
here.
it into the Pacific Ocean.
Have you seen Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, Sean?
Yeah.
This is a very important flash drive. We can't lose it.
Shit, there goes Batman, Superman, Apocalypse. Where'd it go?
Oh, no one else can see it ever. Oh my god.
I will digress after this, but in that film, and Chris knows what I'm talking about, it's hilarious because Batman shows up on Apocalypse, Darkseid's home planet, home world. And actually, I guess his home world is New Genesis. Apocalypse is his new home. Anyways, that's DC fan, blah, blah, blah. Batman shows up in his armor, which is silly because Darkseid could just crush him really easily. Which
What else
basically
are you
is
gonna do, though?
what happens. Batman walks in there. He's like, release Kara Zor-El, which is Supergirl. He's like, we know you have her. Release her. And Darkseid's laughing at this point. Basically
There's
grabs
Kara
Batman by the throat, lifts him up against the wall. He's like, what will you do? And then Batman says, like, your hell spores, which are these things that are like planet-destroying bombs on the planet. And Batman says the passcode for the bombs. He's like, I will destroy your entire planet if you do not give up Supergirl. And Darkseid's like, the balls on this guy. And it's one of my favorite Batman moments ever.
The
because
bats on this man.
physically, Batman cannot do shit against Darkseid. But
He
he's
knew
like,
that.
I'll take your
That's the
entire
crazy
planet
part.
out. I'll take your entire planet out. Batman said, fuck you. And it's the best.
That movie rocks. I'm so
It's
glad
so
you
good.
mentioned that movie. I love that movie so much.
None of Zaslav's decisions, though, would have happened until 2023 or later. So that's where all the actual villain is.
That girl.
All the news came out this
forgive
year,
them. I will
but we
never
wouldn't have
forgive
seen
them.
any of it till next year. That's what the problem
So
is.
I look at Zaslav and a little similarly to, not exactly the same, because I think Zaslav is the enemy, but kind of like Kathleen Kennedy. I'm not loving all the choices she's made with Lucasfilm, but she did put Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau in a very favorable position. And I'm thinking that Zaslav has also done it with James Gunn and Peter Safran. I hope so. Sometimes, I don't know what the saying is for that, but I'm hoping it's good.
We'll see,
Okay.
but like purging HBO Max and just
It's not a good look.
retroactively canceling shit, like it's gonna be a shit show on Max, whatever the fuck they call it.
Whatever they call it.
But I won't forgive them for Batgirl. I was so excited for that movie, and they're like, oh, it's done. No, it's not. Pacific Ocean. No one's gonna see that shit.
Can you imagine The Whale coming out and Brendan Fraser getting like an Academy Award nomination, and then they're like, he's the villain of this movie, Gangbusters.
Boom.
Right?
Done.
Boom.
We'll
The
never know.
Fraser,
We'll never
the
see it.
Fraser song.
I
Brendan
do
Fraser.
appreciate how transparent James Gunn is being with as much as he can on Twitter, though. And he even, I think even there was a report out, or maybe he even said that he met with those directors. So
Yeah,
No.
either they said something or he said something, but yeah. And they also said that they want to work with DC again.
yeah,
I think they said specifically on a DC project. I think maybe not Warner Brothers, because they're probably a little pissed off at Warner Brothers right now. But
well, I think the reason Warner Brothers is removing so much things from HBO Max is because they will make more money in leasing those projects out to other streaming services.
I'm also hearing, like with Westworld and things, Zaslav doesn't want to pay residuals anymore.
Yes, exactly. Because whatever streaming company picks it up will have to pay those residuals. So they are not only making money off of the licensing, but they're not spending the money on the residuals to the actors and directors, etc. So because right now they're trying to cut costs everywhere, and that's essentially what all this is.
I know we're about to wrap in a minute, but we do have Henry Cavill as a hashtag for this video. We have not said his name one time
Now we have.
until
Now we
now. Any thoughts on him leaving Netflix and DC for Warhammer on Amazon?
We did touch on him at the beginning for a very brief moment. But
I have some rough news for people. Henry Cavill, with the exception of a post-credit scene in Black Adam, has not been Superman since 2017. There just hasn't been another Superman. But he like remember we went like 5 years not knowing if he was going to be Superman or not, and then we got him in a post-credit scene. In my opinion, he hasn't been Superman for 5 years. So I've been over it. I've had to get over it. As much as he's my favorite Superman, and Man of Steel is like one of my favorite comic book movies of all time.
I think that as much as the Snyder Cut was an improvement over the Justice League, it was one of the worst things to happen to Hollywood, because it proved the internet that they could kind of
between that and Sonic,
bitch enough. That and Sonic, yeah, exactly.
Super entitlement.
Terrible idea to give in to the whims of internet bots and a viral fandom, the way that the Snyder cultists have become. And it was enjoyable. It was still an hour too long.
Sure.
And I'm sure he did some reshoots and stuff. So he kind of put the suit back on back in 2020 or whenever they filmed it.
Right, but it's a recut of a 2017 movie. That was my point. I guess I was making.
I agree. Man of Steel is one of my favorite comic book movies ever, and Batman vs Superman is one of my biggest disappointments of movies ever, because it was so much in the opposite direction of Man of Steel.
Yeah,
and so I think that it's crazy that we're getting Ant-Man 3 before we ever got a Man of Steel 2. But
fuck, dude, the first Ant-Man came out 2 years after Man of Steel, and now we're getting 2 more.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. In regards to Henry Cavill, I'm very bummed that he's not going to be the main Superman going forward. Like what Robert said in the chat, or like what Henry and James, I forget which one of them alluded to it, how maybe he can come back and be a different character or whatever. But like, why would he want to?
I agree. Cavill is fine.
He's gonna be.
I'm sorry. He said Cavill's gonna be fine. No, both are correct.
Yeah, Henry Cavill is fine as well.
He's already got Warhammer lined up.
Yeah, he'll be. Plus, he's still gonna be banking off of The Witcher, even though he's not on the show anymore.
Yeah,
he's got a whole nother season. Yeah,
like he'll be all right. Henry Cavill's gonna be fine. I'm just shitty that I'm not going to see him as Superman again, at least not as our Superman anytime soon, unless they do something like Kingdom Come or something like that. William Bibiani had this great thing about them doing Crisis and having the DC EU actors come back to be their characters.
DC's been in Crisis for the last 10 years, so
but I got to wrap it up at some point.
Henry Cavill's going to be perfectly fine. I'm probably going to watch this Warhammer thing, even though I have no idea what the fuck Warhammer is. And
all right, $10 on Chris watching the Warhammer series before Sandman.
And I just, what a missed opportunity to not do more Superman with him, and also having The Rock announce him back just for him to not be back 2 months later.
I think this whole Black Adam business kind of soured me on
whatever
The Rock. I used to be kind of a Rock fan.
Yeah, whatever's happening with The Rock and fudging numbers potentially.
Well, The Rock, he's not the head of the table anymore. It's Roman Reigns, and he's just booty hurt. That's why.
Booty hurt.
I think that if any of that is correct, if any of the fudging numbers, this, that, the other, that could mean very serious allegations for The Rock. And I'm not a legal thing, but that's like fraud, right? Because he is a figurehead and a producer. If you are purposely fudging numbers, and that has to do with like stock prices and like investments and this, like you can't do that. That's a legal issue. He owns the XFL. He is the figurehead of many different things, Terramana tequila and stuff like that. Like that's
same breath. He tried to talk down dangerous. Marvel. Like he said some bullshit numbers, and he's like, "That's more than the first Avenger made." And I was like, "Listen, I have some feedback for you." And I accidentally wrote like a 6-7 post thread on Twitter about that exact post, because I was like, "It's not about Marvel versus DC. It's about you blowing smoke up everyone's ass." And I don't believe what you're saying. And here's why your point is invalid, because nobody cared about Captain America in 2011. It also cost about $70 million less than your movie. So there's a lot of things to take into consideration.
Also, Captain America, the First Avenger is not mid. It's actually a good movie.
Very good movie.
Yo, I'll die on that hill over and over.
So would I. I'll go to battle with that Captain America. And
see when James Gunn be like, there weren't that many great trilogies. He only named Spider-Man as like, he's like, I can name him on one hand. He's like, the Spider-Man maybe.
Here's
You
my
didn't
hot
name a
take.
single Marvel film other than that.
Yes, Mike K beat me to my hot take. The first Avengers, my favorite Phase 1 movie.
Respect. It climbs up my rankings every time I redo it. I love that movie.
I feel the best
might
watching that. Iron Man's great. I love Iron
Yeah.
Man.
It's
but-
either Iron Man or First Avengers, one of the two. Mhm.
That's fair. I mean, they're the two pillars.
I'm a big
of-
Avengers guy.
The Avengers knocks down as time goes on. It's still good. I think every MCU movie is.
It's
good
a little
in
more
different
spectacle
ways.
over substance.
My nostalgia glasses, I can't look at it without them
Yeah.
on. It's I can't look at that movie without my nostalgia frames.
Yeah, I think Captain America trilogy is one of the best trilogies.
I just
like,
love
of all time.
Steve
I think
more
it's
than
like
Tony, and that's
top 10.
And some of it might be retrospective, like looking
Mhm.
back too, because the Cap trilogy is near flawless. The
Mhm.
Iron Man trilogy is not.
Yo,
I don't.
this is not the place.
I
I'm
know.
not
I know. We
gonna
disagree on Iron Man
This is
3,
exactly
but I
the
don't
place.
think you like Iron
No.
Man 2 very much.
No.
do you? Yeah.
Iron Man 2 is fun, not good.
Yeah.
Iron Man 3, I will defend the hell out of. For me, my hot take has and will always will be Captain America: Civil War,
Oh, that's right.
and and I'm not a big fan of that movie.
Your hot take is Eternals.
It's not a hot take. Everybody hates that movie.
Shut your mouth. Dragon.
It's not a hot take. The critics agree with me.
That's actually true. You're correct.
Some
I
of
have a
them,
hot
Jesse,
take.
you gotta work in the morning, dog.
I do. I
Do
also
you
got to
work
poop.
tomorrow?
So yeah, I do. 8:45. So,
Well, that's not that bad. You got 9 hours. You're good.
but to be there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What do you need? 6 hours of sleep? You're good. You get time. You get time to so go lay down, play on TikTok for 2 hours before you fall asleep.
There you
I'll-
go.
I'll-
Drop your phone on your head. Like, oh no, that's
Oh,
what I do every
Hey, there she is. I mean, if anyone actually paid attention to the private chat, I've said I need to go to bed like twice.
Oh yeah,
no,
no, you said like 45 minutes ago. He's trying
We
to end the stream
can, we
long
can
time.
wrap. We can wrap up. It's okay.
Well, I had a lot of fun. We had a good turnout today, so thanks everyone that hung out with us. Well, we talked about tacos mostly,
I'm
or
a
at least
soft
partially.
taco.
Yeah, we're all soft tacos. Just three soft boys talking about tacos
You soft boys.
on the
I'm
stream.
taking my earrings out. We're calling it a night.
I'm
We are
calling
calling
it.
it a night. If you guys didn't
Yo,
already
hold my ears.
out
Pull
our
my weave, dog.
Avatar review that we just dropped shortly before this video. It's a lot of fun. It's good times. And with that, you guys keep it real, and we will catch you on the next video, whether it be speakeasies, Squid Game reactions, trailer reactions, or
Flicking fives coming soon.
Flicking
And
fives
please,
coming real.
Everyone,
soon.
all 8 of you that are still currently in the chat, please go over to the Avatar review. Leave a comment, please. I want to see some comments in there. I would really appreciate it greatly if you do that. Thank
Please.
you.
Comment. Also, check out Sean's Barbie reaction, Barbie trailer reaction.
It was just me singing, I'm a Barbie girl in a perfect world.
This is actually going to be our new theme song for the show. His boobs are plastic.